That's what she said. So, how was driving, man?
Yeah, I had some pretty embarrassing shots. I guess my best drive was 175, 76
sounds like they
yards.
need lessons again.
My average is about 143 yards, so not too bad.
W8WKY.
Well, good times. Good times. Taco Tim was trying to get in there. Go ahead, Taco Tim.
Well, I'd say hello, guys. Shall I say, I've been hearing you talking, I'd say that gal needs some lessons again when she rips that front bumper off.
Okay, Taco Tim. You hold on there. How'd the girl do?
Her high was 130 yards, so I won the evening for sure. But the second round, we played this driving game where we had like only X amount of space, and if we went out of bounds, it didn't count. So I still ended up winning that one, but only by the skin of my teeth.
Did you have a good time?
I did. I hit some balls, I ate some pizza, and I'm back home before bedtime, so what do you know?
Oh, fine business. When I was a kid, like, under 10, my uncle, I would set up the balls for my uncle in the backyard, and he would chip them at cows. That's fun.
Well, there you go. When I was a kid, I had a 9-iron, and across the street from my house was a field. I'd go over there and hit balls at this salt dome for the schools, and then go back and collect them afterwards, and that was always fun.
Youth is wasted on the young.
I'm telling you. So there you go. Kind of strange. I'm gonna be a civilian tonight, but I'm okay with that. I'm kind of tired.
I've been a civilian in a couple of other nets today. I'll be glad to be running the show for a while tonight. Anyway, looking forward to hanging out with Josh and Lucy tonight.
A little change of pace there. Like I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to be home in time or not, so that's why I set that off. And I will let them have it. I'll just sit around and enjoy listening for once, right?
And Bob, too. I hope he's not listening. But Bob, I like Bob's trivia questions. Well, I like his answers even more. They're fun. Did you hear my question last night on the Club Net? I had fun with that one.
Negative, I missed it, but this is the second time you've told me about it, so you're going to have to elaborate and tell me what the question was, because right after I checked in, I shut off Echolink, and that was that for me.
One of those cut-and-run guys, so I'm not going to tell you. It's about the mythical instrument of torture used to punish hams back in the day for bad netiquette. The options were the wolf hong, the solder sucker, the kilowatt kicker, or the antenna thumper. The antenna thumper was my idea. I liked that one. But the answer was the wolf hong, which is these two blocks of wood with a piece of wire holding them together. It looks kind of brutal. It looks very savage.
Sounds pretty savage, too. Yikes.
Give me a second, and I'll find the link that has the picture. What was I on? Oh, okay, Sarah Clubnet. All right. Give me a second. I'll post this in the blue screen.
Well, I tell you what,
that'll put a lid on a lid.
Seconds and I've got the blue screen open.
The wall at the P-Cars Clubhouse. I didn't recognize it until you asked the question the other day. Next, W8HRF.
Josh, there was a double going on there. I don't know who the other one was, but I heard you saying somebody has it hanging in a clubhouse. Whose clubhouse is that?
I'm pretty sure that's hanging. They have one of those hanging on the wall of the P-Cars Clubhouse. When I was there visiting, I was wondering what it was, and you asked that question the other day, and I looked up a picture. I'm like, oh, I've seen that before. So, who is doubling? Go ahead.
This is K8LYJ. I was just telling Nick that torture device, that'll put a lid on a lid.
That's better than a hat on a hat. Good evening, Bob. You weren't there last night. I had you in mind when I came up with this one, too, because I thought it was kind of cool. And, Josh, I think you're right. I think it was FQV was saying today that P-Cars has one, and there is or there was, at any rate, the Super Secret Society of the Woof Hong. Maybe we should start that up again. What do you think, Josh?
I don't know, maybe. Maybe we could go around hunting lids. I don't know.
Oh, no, that's funny. I just got it, Bob. All right. Lid on a lid. Yeah, all right. I tell you what, man, you don't have to go very far to find someone who needs swung at sometimes. There's a jump ball.
KD8SLG, K8LYJ. Yeah, sorry I missed it last night. Vetix gave me tickets to Five Finger Death Punch and Cody Jinks, so I took my daughter to that at Blossom last night.
Who and what did you go see? And explain, please.
Five Finger Death Punch, they're a heavy metal band, and Cody Jinks, he's hard driving country.
I can see Bob at a metal concert in his kilt. the full get up. Lucy would go. She likes that kind of music.
And Dancing with Lily, I can see that too. Hey, how's Ida doing? Is she all right?
Well, she lost her glasses like 4 days ago, and we still haven't found them, so she's blind as a bat. Yeah, she's doing fine. She made up a ham loaf. It's in the oven now with some rice and veggies. So, yeah, she's up and around. Still not walking really good, but we're trying to get her into physical therapy, I'm trying to convince her to call her doctor since it's been over a week, and we haven't heard back from him yet to find out what the holdup is.
Good luck with that, man. I would be lost without my glasses. All right, guys, the time has snuck out on me. I got to run down the hall and grab a soda, or my voice won't make it through the first half hour. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Stand by for the Beacon Net pre-show. KDSLG.
KJ5MCV standing by. How's everybody doing? Bob? Josh? Did I hear Dustin in there too?
Hi, Ryan. KJ5MCV, KD8PC.
Well, howdy, buddy. Going to do the weekly school bus thing. I made it home, so got to go get the boys from church. out and about in another oddball vehicle. So, thank goodness I got a new node.
W8WKY.
All right, well, there you go. Glad you were out and about, and good to hear you, my friend. I gotta go let the dog out here real quick. She is driving me nuts, but I'll be listening for you during the net. Lucy's got it tonight, so I'm just kind of standing by. I'm a civilian, but I'm gonna let you go, Ryan, because I don't want to jump all over the grill here. KD EPC clearing with KJ5MCV on your final.
Alrighty, take that pooch out for a piddle. She sounds adorable.
KJ5MCV, this is KI5TAQ. How are you there, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm KJ5MCV. Good to hear you, buddy. Let's, I think we're close enough. We should probably be quiet for a second.
Yeah, we could be quiet. Oh, I thought I heard some third-party traffic all at Dustin. Oh, well. I'll just be sitting by waiting for the net. This is KI.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
You know, for a regular taco, Tim, you'd think you would know better. There's my girl. QST, calling all amateurs to the Beacon Net pre-show, sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, right here on the WWKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, 147 Mark 390, positive offset and a PO tone of 114 Mark 8. We meet here every Wednesday and Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. That's 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Early check-ins start a half hour before the net, the pre-show as we call it. That's what this is. It's a controlled net. We ask that all traffic pass your net control. Your net control operator this evening is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf KD8 SLG. My personal is Nick. November India Charlie Kilo. Just Nick. And I'll be your host tonight for the pre-show. I'll take them, line them up, and tonight, Miss Lucy, KE8YEK, is going to knock them down. We've got trivia from Bob, K8LYJ. And Josh, W8HRF, looking forward to that. So, before I line them up and Lucy knocks them down, let's do what I like to call the Mickey Mouse roll call. Check in with tonight's team, make sure everything's working the way it should, and see how everybody's doing. KE8YUK, this is KD8SLG. How you doing, Lucy? You ready to rock and roll tonight?
KD8SLG, KE8YK, we're testing out the flow pedal. Am I coming through?
You are coming through. I hear you just fine.
Fantastic. Then we are ready to rock and roll for the big show tonight. Do I have trivia also?
No, I think we should get your husband to do all trivia, don't you?
Nah, I don't know if you heard, but there's this lighthouse thing going on. I don't know. I think he's got enough on his plate. So I will do all trivia and I'll do big show. Sound good?
Well, I'm glad we have that all worked out. All right, we'll see you at the top of the hour, Lucy. KYUKKD8SLG. All right, let's grab K8LYJ. Bob, I was just talking to you. How are you tonight, buddy? And you got trivia tonight? You ready to rock and roll?
KD8SLG, K8LYJ. I am locked and loaded, although depending on how persnickety old Hesperus here is, maybe a bit before I get it into the blue screen. Suddenly, my iMac could not find my Magic Mouse. Tried everything, and ended up having to restart my computer. And that's always a touch-and-go thing. Takes about 3 tries when I have to restart the computer before it picks everything back up again. So It's loading now, and hopefully it'll be up to put trivia in the blue screen. But I got them handwritten out anyway, just in case. This is KA8LYJ.
You got plenty of time to get that thing booted up and find it, Bob. No worries, man. And if it doesn't go up on the blue screen tonight, we'll survive. We'll just ask you to reread it more times. All right, Bob, glad you're on board. K8LYJ. All right. That takes care of tonight's lineup for the control team. Josh, I kept you on the list. Don't run away. You're at the top of the list, so you can say hi real quick. Let me tell you who I got. We'll take a couple rounds of check-ins, and we'll get going. W8HRF, Josh, you're on the list. WB4AIZ, Chuckles, I talked to him before 9. He was in and out tonight. Thanks, Chuckles, if you're still listening. W3ATV, Eddie's out there. KY4NB, Scott from the land of Elvis and barbecue. KI5TAQ, Taco Tim. I'm drinking Zero American Dew, Tim, since you ask. KD80PC, Dustin. Civilian tonight, K5CFY, Ray in slot number 10 where he belongs. K8QFT, Uncle Fred, you're on the list. K8ZRY, Jeremy, I saw you out there. K8QKO, Nick at Night, good to see you tonight, man. KJ5MCV, thank you for respecting the girl, Ryan. K6KJV, Rev Kev, I saw you out there, Rev Kev. And AI5Q Jairus, good to see you in here tonight, man. Your ears might have been ringing today. I was lauding your all-star prowess. All right, that's what I got. So let's see if anybody's left out there. I'm taking early check-ins for the Beacon Net starting at the top of the hour. This is KD8SLG. I'm listening.
Kilo 4, Oscar Golf, K4OG, Mark in Copley.
And Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar, AB8MO, Andy in Beechwood.
Alpha Delta 8 Papa Quebec, Ken in Mentor.
Cool. We picked up 3 there. K4OG, Mark in Copley. Good evening, Mark. Good to have you on board. 88MO, my man. You can tell us about the Hamfest when we get to you later on. Good to have you on board, Andy. 88PQ Ken, I got you in there as well from Mentor. It looks like the 015's connected. Thanks, Andy. Anybody else out there? It's KD8SLG, I'm listening.
Kilo India 5, Uniform Golf India, KI5, UGI, Brandon, in and out.
Alpha India 7, Uniform Golf, Sabra.
All right, we picked up a few more there. KI5, UGI, Brandon. In and out. Thanks, Brandon. Good talking to you again today. And AI7UG, Sabra, I got you on the list. All right, let's go up to the top. See who's going to stick around and play trivia tonight and see who's just here to say hi. W8HRF, KD8SLG. Hey, Josh, again. How you doing, man? What do you got for us tonight? You want to tell us about Lighthouse and Lightship Weekend real quick?
KD8SLG, W8HRF. Hey, Nick. Oh, let's see. Lighthouse and Lightship Weekend this weekend, Saturday. We'll be at Fairport Harbor from 9 to 5. Address is 129 2nd Street in Fairport Harbor. Can't really miss it. It's the giant tower in the middle of downtown. North side of downtown. Parking. There's a picture on the website that you can look at. It's just north of the lighthouse. Should be about $3 to park. About 400 feet from the lighthouse. We'll have radio. Feel free to stop by, operate. Should be a good time. I'm going to run the board and breaker net from the lighthouse as well. So I got to get all that stuff together, that gear together. I'm starting to pack it all tonight, so it should be a good time. So that'll be cool. I'm excited to run the board and breaker net from the lighthouse. Going to have some lunch around noon, burgers and dogs. If you're operating from home, check us out, Whiskey 8 Lima. Check the spot pages. And if you want a QSL card, we'll send you one of those as well. So there you go. I'm sticking around, listening in the background as I get ready. I'm starting to pack stuff, like I said. So back to you, Nick. KD at SLG, W8HRF.
I'm trying to work out getting up there. I may have to get up there earlier in the morning. Within an hour there anyway for me. So if not, I will make sure that I'm available here during the boredom breaker net in case you need some backup or something. How does that sound?
That would be wonderful. Yeah, thank you. And I know, it's only a 2-hour drive for you to get all the way up there. So I don't blame you if you can't make it. But my current plan is we're going to have a 2-meter radio with an antenna on a mast. If that doesn't work, getting into 015, then I've got Echolink, and I might try to bring my Allstar Node. But so far I haven't gotten it to work with my phone hotspot, so might not do that. So anyways, back to you, Nick.
We'll make sure it happens. Good to talk to you, Josh. WHRF, thanks for all you do, man. You put a lot of work into this, and it's obvious, and it really is. So, thanks, man. Really clear with WHRF. As I said, WB4AIZ was in and out. Chuck, if you're still out there, hi. And good night. W3TV, Eddie in Maryland. How you doing tonight, Eddie? Get to talk to you directly tonight. What are you up to, man? And are you going to stick around for trivia tonight? Where'd he go? Eddie, did you fall asleep? W3TV, KDSLG. All right, Lucy, if you're listening, I'm going to leave him on the list. He probably wandered away. Let's go to Scott in Tennessee, KY4NB, KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Scott? You going to play trivia with us tonight?
KD8SLG in the net, KY4NB, Elvis and Barbecue Land. I will be here, Nick. I sure will. I'll be sticking around like that sauce on those ribs. Hi. And they got a new exhibit at Graceland for some of Elvis's outfits. That was in the paper. And I tell you, Elvis is in the paper almost every day around here after all these years. So he's still hanging around. Some people still see him on Union Avenue. Well, anyway, I'll be listening, Nick, and playing the trivia. KY4NB, back to net.
Elvis is like Chuck Norris. He didn't die, he leveled up. Good, you sticking around, Scott. Good to hear you again tonight. KY4NB, KDSLG, KI5TAQ Taco Tim. You're on my list tonight, Tim. And Jairus, thank you. Taco Tim, how you doing tonight, man? How's your better half? Are you staying up with us tonight?
Better half is doing well, though she is getting sleepy and maybe ready for bed. And yes, I'll stay up and be with you guys for a little bit, and who knows what kind of mischievous things I'll hear from Cornwallow Beans. That's my better half. I'll send it back to net control. This is KI5TAQ.
Your better half has my permission to knock you on the back of the head, Tim. I got you sticking around, man. KI5TAQ Taco Tim. Glad you're on board. You're listening to WWKY Repeater. This is the BeaconNet Pre-Show. I'm KD8SLG, and next up we're going to punch in with Dustin, see what it's like to be a civilian tonight. KD80PC, KDSLG. What's up, Dustin? Are you going to stay up with us, or are you nodding already?
KD8SLG and the BeaconNet pre-show. Every time you call me, my Node IDs. Why is that? It's all your fault. Anyway, let me make sure I've got it. Perfect. I do have it. I saw the pink line move. I'm like, hope he didn't pass me up. I'm here. I'm going to stick around, and it feels weird to be a civilian, but I'm pretty tired, so I'm glad I don't have to stick around. And yeah, but I'm going to try to answer the trivias and at least do that much. So KD8EPC, back to pre-net control.
All right, man. I got you sticking around, and yeah, poorly timed IDs. Throw your dice and take your chances. Got you sticking around, Dustin. Going clear with KD8EPC. Let's go out to Tulsa again. K5CFY. It's KD8SLG. How you doing, Ray? Fine business today on the Boredom Breaker net. Fine business. How's your day going? Did it cool off at all? And are you sticking around tonight? Lots of questions in there. K5CFY. Gonna leave you on the list if you're out there, Ray. Let's go to Uncle Fred up in Medina. KE8QFT, KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Uncle Fred? You gonna stick around? Don't turn any knobs, by the way.
Yes, I'll be here. I'll be here. Now, the Guardians won. The Guardians won. Back to pre-net.
Yeah, you haven't been talking about them too much. How are they doing this year, Fred? You got to keep me up to date, man.
Well, you know, like, they're 4 games out. 4 games. Everybody's like, the wheels have fallen off. Oh, my God, the sky's falling. Oh, it's the end of the world. They're 4 games out. You know, people just aren't used to seeing them. 4 whopping games out. They won tonight. But it's going to be a tight race, and nobody's really running away in their division. The White Sox are leaders in the division, but, you know, like I said, 4 games, it may be less after tonight. Back to the pre-net.
A bunch of sensationalists out there, aren't they, Fred? All right, man, I got you sticking around. We're going to clear with K8QFT. I want to say, Brian, KC8YKP, I saw you in there. I got you on the list. And KC8FQV, I saw you in there as well. You're on the list. Next up, we've got KE8ZRY. Jeremy, what's going on tonight, man? Are you going to stay up with us?
KD8SLG, this is KE8ZRY. Good evening, Nick, and everybody who's checked in so far. I don't think I'm going to. Sandman's creeping up on me kind of quick, so I think I'm going to get my ticket punched and hit the hay early. Hope everybody's having a great week so far. Gearing up for the school year. Our kids start school next year, or next week, next year. Oh my gosh. Tongue-tied there. I'm tired. I'm off to bed. I hope everybody has a great night. Passing it back to you, KE8ZRY.
K8ZRY, KD8SLG. All right, Jeremy, have a good nap tonight. Your ticket's punched. Your parking is free. And sometimes I'm chronologically challenged as well. Have a good night, man. We're going to clear with K8ZRY. Nick at night, K8QKO. How you doing, man? You staying up with us tonight, or are you just saying hi?
KD8SLG, K8QKO. I'll stick around for a bit. I'll listen. I'll answer some trivia. Got some time tonight. So, yeah, I'll hang around. And back to you, Nick. K8QKO.
W8WKY.
That was my node IDing Dustin. Nick, I'm glad you're sticking around tonight, man. Thanks. Going to clear with KE8QKO. We're going out to, I don't know where Ryan is now. He's at home. He was picking the kids up from church. It's Wednesday night. KJ5MCV, KD8SLG. How you doing, Ryan? You staying up to play tonight?
KD8SLG, KJ5MCV. What's up, buddy, bro? Good to hear you again. Fine business today on many accounts, amigo. I do have a question, though. How you going to call for a runner-up and then not go to the driving range like you said you were going to, and then go ahead and join the net? Anyways, I'm just starting stuff. That's what I do. Hey, man, great to hear you. I am going to make the valiant effort to stick around. Can't wait. Can't wait to hear those questions. Talk to you again soon. KD8SLG, KJ5MCV. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, man. Glad you're sticking around tonight. And, yeah, you said that about the kids. I thought about the days of my wasted youth and the Wednesday nights at CYC. Christian Youth Crusaders, I think that was. A lot of good it did me, huh? All right, Ryan, KJ5MCV, KDSLG. Next up, we got Rev Kev out in Valley Springs, California. K6KJV. This is KD8SLG. How are you, Rev Kev? You staying up with us tonight?
Well, hello, Nick, and everybody else on the pre-net. This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California. And yes, I is staying up with y'all tonight. I'm going to listen. I'm all in. I'm in the big top. I'm already sitting here with my big butter popcorn, big soda, and my cotton candy. So, waiting for the clowns. And I know your response. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to you from K6KJV, Maranatha.
If you don't like the clowns, don't join the circus. Maranatha, Rev Cav, good to hear you, man. I don't hear you often enough. We're going to clear with K6KJV, back to Oklahoma, AI5Q, KD8SLG. How are you tonight, Jairus? Thanks for the assist there early on. Are you able to stay up and play trivia with us tonight?
Well, good evening, Nick, and yeah, I'm going to stay up and play trivia tonight. Kids got their first day of school tomorrow, and there's been lots of consternation about getting ready for school and making lunches for tomorrow and getting out a water bottle, and mostly from the boys, Teddy and Barrick, and Barrick got mad at his math workbook this morning and decided to destroy it violently enough that Teddy called me because Nina was at adoration, and he knows better than to call her when she's at adoration. So he called me at work, and I was like, well, there's not much I can do about that. So we'll just have a talk with him. And he doesn't want to talk about it, so therefore he doesn't get any privileges for a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, yeah, no problem on the assist. I heard what was going on and got my trigger finger ready, so no big deal. Got it sorted out and patched back together in short order. Oh, and RevCav, if you got popcorn, you should drop some regular and or peanut M&Ms into your popcorn bucket and have candied popcorn. It's delicious. AI5Q, back to you, Nick.
AI5Q, doling out the privileges. What is it with kids destroying things? I got a story it'd take 10 minutes to tell, but I heard a story today about kids destroying things. Anyway, the rationalization was classic. If I could condense it to 10 words or less, I would, but it would lose its flavor. AI5Q, I got you sticking around. Thanks, Jairus. This is the WWKY repeater. I'm KD8SLG here with the BeaconNet pre-show. Next up, we got K4OG, Mark and Cop Lee. How you doing tonight, Mark? Can you stay up and play tonight?
KD8SLG, K4OG, good evening, Nick and everyone. Nick, I'm staying up and playing, but I got to mute all you guys about 10:32. I'm chasing satellites, checking my array. There's a sat from the Yakiti Republic RS-18S is launched in December 25. It's a 1U CubeSat carrying educational amateur radio payloads, including a cluster of 12 Arduino-compatible microcontrollers that allow local students to upload and test custom firmware. Anyway, they're downloading pictures. I'm going to see if I can get one. I'll just have to mute you guys for a few minutes. Hope you don't mind. And, Nick, I read way down there on the NetLogger fine print, I found the safety data sheet for the blue screen. And it specifically said if KI5DAY is in there, it's dangerous. I mean, it's dangerous. I'm staying out of there. K4OG, back to you, sir.
Poor Alan is like in a 110-degree airplane hangar tonight. I'm thinking, it'd be nice if he checked in and said hi. And we are completely mutable, Mark. We're completely mutable. So have at it, man. If you get a picture, text it to me, please. Those are cool. Thanks, Mark. Got you sticking around. We're going to clear with K4OG. Let's go way up north. AB8MO, KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Andy? You going to stay up and play?
I'm going to try. Hopefully I'm getting in the machine okay with the handheld and sitting in my bed. So hopefully Lucy won't put me to sleep. Back to you, just Nick, KD8SLG from AB8MO. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Warrenham Fest this Sunday. We still have some indoor tables if you want to reserve. Weather forecast, I don't know, looks kind of iffy. I think we'll squeak out a dry morning, but you just never know. So hopefully that will be the case. Now I'll throw it back to Net. This is AB8MO.
AB8MO, KD8SLG. I got you trying to stick around, Andy. I know you can do it. Lucy will keep you awake. And trying to work out seeing you Sunday. Here's the problem with Sunday, Andy. It's not the company picnic this year, the corporate picnic, no, but I do have an XCOM meeting Sunday afternoon, and man, Warren's a long drive, just gotta tell you. Glad you're sticking around, Andy. AB8MO, we're clear. 88PQ, Ken, how you doing tonight? Are you gonna stick around and play trivia?
88PQ, how you doing tonight? I'm going to stick around for the trivia. In a very good mood because it rained today and I got green grass again. Back to you, Nick.
Oh, Ken, you know that means we're going to have to mow again sometime soon. But, yeah, it did green up pretty good we got a pretty good deluge here. Several of them, actually. Okay, you sticking around tonight, Ken. Cool. We're going to clear with 88PQ, KI5UGI. Brandon was in and out. Thanks, Brandon, if you're still listening. AI7UG. Sabra, I believe, is how you pronounced it. I hope I got that right. Coming in from Utah. How are you tonight? Trivia is going to start in a couple of minutes. Are you going to stick around for it? AI7UG, Zebra, it's KD8SLG, you still out there?
Oh, yes, I'm here. I've been doing fine. And speaking of water bottles, my term ended for the Committee for Accessible Transportation with the Utah Transit Authority. After 4 years, the charter says new people have to come, which makes sense. But they gave me a really nice water bottle named an Awala Suave Sip. It has a straw, and you can drink from it with it standing completely up, and it even has a lockable lid where you press the lever to lock it, and so it's supposed to be anti-spill. It's metal, and it's pretty big, too. AI7UG.
fine business. It's always great to get some swag when you go do something. I'm looking forward to the swag we're going to get at the K3LR and DX Engineering Tour in October. They gave us a nice sippy cup last time. Oh, but Sabra, are you going to stick around and play trivia? That was the big question.
Oh, yes, I am going to stay for trivia. AI7UG.
Cool. All right, I got you sticking around. We're going to clear with AI7UG. KC8YKP, Brian and Shelby. I saw you get on there on the dashboard. I'm thinking you're out there. How you doing tonight, man? Are you going to stick around for trivia? KC8YKP, KD8SLG. You suddenly dropped off there, Brian. Are you there? Timex lady stepped on me. Nothing heard from Brian. KC8FQV, Mark, you're on the list. It's a net now, Mark. How you doing tonight, buddy? Are you sticking around for trivia?
Yep, I'm going to stick around. Once I get through surgery, well, surgery is a matter of putting a thing in and leaving it pop a little needle in. So, yep, I'll be around. I got to close the loop up. I ain't got a loop closed right now. So, yeah, I'm going to stick around, KSFQV. We'll explain more later.
All right, Mark, for a moment there, I thought you were going under the knife, but I'm guessing you're working on your little insulin pump there. So good luck. Get it lined up right. Pay attention. Make it work the first time. KC8FQV sticking around. We're going to clear with Mark. I got one more on the list here. KC0LRM. Kelly. Wichita or Tulsa? You tell me. How you doing tonight, man? Are you going to stick around for trivia?
Katie at SLG. Yes, I will be sticking around for trivia, and I am in Wichita. And did I hear you say you were having an ex-con meeting coming up?
Oh, ex-com executive committee. You know, the guys who make all the decisions and do all the work for the club. Those guys. Yeah. There's only a few ex-cons on the committee, I think, and a sheriff. So there you go. All right, Kelly, I got you sticking around from Wichita. Man, my time is up about 2 minutes ago. I want to thank everybody who joined me here tonight on the pre-show for the Beaconette. It's time for Lucy to light up the nighttime airwaves. KE8YUK. This is KD8SLG. Light them up, Lucy. Let's try it again. KE8YUK, this is KD8SLG. Light them up, Lucy.
Josh even gave me a drum roll, and I started the preamble. We were going great, and neither of us realized that he hadn't plugged in the pedal box. Here we go. Take two. Good evening, and welcome to the Beaconette. I'm Lucy, call sign KE8YUK. Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo, and I'll be your net controller this evening. The Beaconette meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater with 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. You can also find us with the Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside, and various other repeaters. So please key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. You'll hear a beep, but wait just a second or two after the beep. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? If so, please call now. Nothing heard. That's what we like to hear. We've got a good list of stations from our pre-show, but if you missed the pre-show and would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, as well as your name and location. If you're going to be added to the list, please call now.
KE9CQD, Kilo Echo 9 Charlie, Quebec Delta. Tim up in Valparaiso, Indiana.
All right, we got one, Tim from Indiana. I was going to write down your call sign, but my pen wasn't fast enough. KE9CQD. Oh, Tim, I've talked to you before. Fantastic. Let me make sure this pen works. Okay. It's going to be weird having just Nick log for me. I'm used to Josh doing it, and so I can throw things at him. I mean, ask him nicely where we are on the list, and I can't really do that with Nick, so those will be interesting. First up on our list, before we go down our list, we need to read off trivia. KA8LYJ has main trivia tonight. Bob, what have you got for us tonight? KA8LYJ, KE8YK, you out there, Bob?
KD8YUK, KA8LYJ. Sorry about that. I was counting on more check-ins. I was helping Ida get the ham loaf out of the oven. I am here. Are you ready for me to read trivia?
Yes, sirree, Bob, which makes me want to ask, how often do you hear that?
Honestly, not as often as you might think. Okay, stand by, and here is tonight's main trivia. Real simple question. The first public demonstration of frequency modulation was where? And the answers are Alpha, the Empire State Building, Bravo, U.S. Naval Communications Station, Cheltenham, Maryland, Charlie, Mount Jefferson, Oregon, or Delta, Ian Fraser, Cornwaldo Bean sheep paddock near Inverness, Scotland. I'll let it drop and read it again. The first public demonstration of frequency modulation was where? Alpha, the Empire State Building, Bravo, U.S. Naval Communications Station, Cheltenham, Maryland, Charlie, Mount Jefferson, Oregon, or Delta, Ian Fraser, Cornwaldo Beans sheep paddock near Inverness, Scotland. Back to you, Lucy, KA8LYJ.
KA8LYJ, KE8YK. What a fantastic trivia question. The detail is incredible. The alt trivia is as follows. What were the Savo man-eaters? That's the question. The answer options are A, lions, B, tigers, C, bears, or D, humans. Colonel Cornwaldo Bean pleads the fifth. So again, what were the Savo man-eaters? A, lions, B, tigers, C, bears, or D, humans. Colonel Cornwaldo Bean pleads the fifth. That's all trivia. Okay, so we did main trivia. We did all trivia. We have a mobile. No, that was a circle back. We didn't get back to Brian. We don't have a mobile. So I am going to pick up. Goodness, Josh, that's weird. That is really weird. Anyway, KE8YK to W8HRF. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
Good evening, Lucy and the Beaconnet, KE8YUKW8HRF, coming to you from the garage. Trivia, I'm going to go with Oregon. I don't know why. I kind of like the Empire State Building, but let's go with Oregon. And for yours, I'm going to answer Echo, the alternate answer that Nick at Night posted. So, what was that? Whatever Oregon was, and then just put me down for Echo. So, I don't have too much else to share. The traffic going into work today was not fun. I was stuck at a light on 43 for about 15, 20 minutes, so that was an interesting way to start the day, but finishing it up by playing radio, so that's a good thing. So, got to stop by and see Nick at Night tonight, so that was kind of cool. Nice to catch up with him. And it'll be a busy couple weekends, so very radioactive weekends with the Lighthouse event, and then what else? Then we'll have church on Sunday. We'll go to the Props and Pistons air show for a little bit, and then have the XCOM meeting and club meeting on Thursday, and then I'll do Ohio QSO party on Saturday. So it's the start of a marathon. So there you go. Anyways, that's all I got. Nice to hear everybody tonight. Fine business on the trivia questions. Back to you, Lucy K8YUKW8HRF.
WHRF KE8YUK, it is a radio marathon weekend for sure. We got you down for Charlie and E for Aunt Eaters, not to be confused with Ant Eaters. Good to hear you. We'll clear with Josh. Chuck was in and out, so we'll pick up Eddie, W3ETB. Long time no talk, Eddie. How are you doing this evening? What are your trivia answers?
I'm not sure who the breather was, but they're gone. It wasn't Eddie. I'm pretty sure he may have fallen asleep, but give him one more call. KD8SLG. Thanks, Lucy.
I appreciate that, brother. I have enough people breathing on me throughout my days as it goes. W3ETB, KE8YUK. Are you out there, Eddie? Bummer. I love talking to Eddie. Nothing heard. We'll wish him sweet dreams and a good rest of his night. We're going to clear with Eddie. We're going to pick up Scott, KY4NB. How are you doing tonight, Scott? What are your trivia answers?
Well, hi there, Lucy, and everybody on the net. Okay, that was weird. I'm on Echolink, and there was some kind of glitch there, so maybe I pushed the button too soon. I hope I'm coming in there, Lucy. I'm going to go with Bravo and Bravo. BB guns. Bravo and Bravo for the question answers there, Lucy. Thanks for doing the net tonight. We do appreciate it, and I'll be listening to see if I got either one of those correct. Back to net, KY4NB.
KY4NB, KE8YUK. We've got you down for BB. Not to be confused with B for B, or B is B, or B. Anyway, old joke. Can't resist it. Got you down for Bravo and Bravo. Thanks for playing trivia. We'll find out what your answers turn out to be. We're going to clear with Scott. We're going to pick up Tim, KI5TAQ. How are you doing, Taco Tim? And it's Miss Becca with you.
Good evening there, Miss Lucy. This is KI5TAQ. Becca right now is, I think, getting ready for bed, along with the puppy. And I'll be heading that way pretty quick after I find out what the answers are. But as far as trivia questions are, I think I'm going to go with, shall we say, C and A. And we will, in the background, I think that was my sweetheart that said hi. So I'll just say, once again, C and A. C for the main, A for the other. And I'll turn it back to net control. This is KI5TAQ.
KI5TAQ, KE8YUK. Hi, Miss Becca. And we've got you, Tim, down for Charlie and Alpha. Shucks, I was going to say something else about that, and now I don't remember what it was. Brain left the building. It's not hard. It's a short jaunt. Good to talk with you, Tim. We will wave a hand to you, and we're going to pick up, hey, our lurker for this evening. I'd say shirker, but I like him too much. KD8 EPC. How are you doing tonight, Dustin? How's it feel to be a city? And what are your trivia answers?
All right, K8YUKN, the Beacon Net. This is KD8EPC. Well, good evening to you, Miss Lucia. I'll tell you what, being a civilian is pretty weird. A couple of times I've heard people say back to net control and gone to grab the radio and then remembered, oh, wait, hey, I'm not net control tonight. So there you go. With that being said, let me get the trivias out of the way. I'm going to go with D and D. That's Delta and Delta, not to be confused with Delta and Delta. So that's really all I've got for you. Played some golf tonight, or went to the driving range rather, and hit some golf balls. Had a good time. Went and had some pizza afterwards, and made it home in time for the net, but didn't know if I would or not. So thanks for covering me. Appreciate you doing that. I'm going to say 73. Have a great net, and we'll catch you down the log. This is KD8EPC. Back to net control.
KD8ABC, KE8YUK. Glad you had a fun evening at the driving greens. I think that's what they're called. I've never been. We were actually at the zoo this evening, and it was raining on and off, and it wasn't so bad that we had to stop, which was okay by me. It was enough to scare people away and cool us down without dousing us and making us all sick. So I think it worked out well. And yeah, happy to take over and give you a little bit of a breather. Been there, and I've always appreciated when people can step up in a pinch. I love this team. You guys are great, so happy to provide. We've got you down for Delta and Delta, and also thank you for not taking over in the middle of the show. Good luck with resisting that muscle memory there. We're going to clear with Dustin. We're going to try to pick up Ray, K5CFY. Are you out there tonight? And what are your trivia answers? All right, word on the street is Mr. Ray was not here during the pre-show, so we're going to wish him a good evening. And before I do forget again, this is Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo, with tonight's Beacon Net on the W8WKY repeater. Come on down, we're maybe a third of the way through our list. We're going to pick up Uncle Fred, KE8QFT. How are you doing tonight? I heard the Guardians won.
Well, my trivia is Bravo and Alpha, B and A, Bob. As I said earlier, the Guardians won tonight, and only 4 games out. Long way to go yet. What else? I had something to say, but I forgot them. I forgot what. I had something significant to contribute to the conversation, but I forgot. But in any event, I do think that too much tradition's been lost in this country. School should start the day after Labor Day. You know, we always knew, like, Labor Day, you have the picnic and everything, and the kids are all nervous and maybe a little bit sick to their stomach because the next day you got to go to school. first day back and all that, you know. And the Indianapolis 500 should be on Memorial Day. Used to be Memorial Day. You could be at a gas station and you'd ask someone, who's winning the 500? They'd know. Now it's like what? The Friday before or something, who knows? But in any event, you know, the Cincinnati Reds and the Washington team would always open up the baseball season in Cincinnati and in Washington and not in Japan or you know, Seoul, Korea or Egypt. Too many traditions are gone. KE8 QFD, back to net control.
KE8 QFT, KE8 YUK. I have to agree. School is starting far early. And I hate the argument so that people get out earlier. What, in mid-May when it's gross still? Give me my Indian summer, doggone it. I don't want anything to do with the slush we get during spring. That's no fun. You want to be done with school, but then you still stare out the window at gross weather. I don't understand it. Bothers me. No, I could talk about this all day, especially as a former school teacher and having been homeschooled. That whole switch-up was bone-picking. I don't know what the right word for that is. Anyway, good to hear from you. Got you down for ba. Made me laugh. We're going to clear with Uncle Fred. We're going to wave a hand to Jeremy as we go by. He was in and out. Now we've got Nick at Night, KE8QKO. How are you doing tonight, Nick at Night? And, air show. What are you doing for the air show this weekend?
KE8YUK, KE8QKO. Well, air show, it looks like I'm going to the air show. I was planning to go anyway. I just hadn't bought tickets. So when Josh sent me the text that he had some, I was like, oh, yeah, that's awesome. I want to buy them. So thank you for Josh. Thank you to Josh for dropping those off, and it's good to see you. Yeah, we'll walk around. We'll go see the air show probably on Sunday. My son has cross-country camp all day on Saturday, so I'll be running the crap out of him when he's doing that, I imagine. But I won't be running, so that's fine by me. Yeah. That's what I'm doing for the air show. I'm going to go down there. He'll probably go down Friday. So it's kind of fun to go down there on Friday afternoon and watch the planes land. There's a little baseball field there, and a bunch of people hang out and kind of watch the planes land. We were able to get down there a few years ago when the C-17 was landing. It was really cool because it was like right over your head and coming over that baseball field. You could feel the wind pushing down from the wings of the plane. You're so low. It was awesome. It felt like Wayne's World when they sat at the end of the runway watching the planes fly over. I probably won't do that, but I guess he might swing down there now and check that out himself. But anyway, that's it. That's my plans for the weekend. And with that, I'll pass it back to you, Lucy. KE8QK. Oh, my trivia answers. You know, I wanted to go with Bravo and Bravo, but Josh went with Echo on the alternate trivia. And since I threw the answer out there as Echo for Aunt Eater, I'm going to go with Bravo and Echo as well. Thank you, Lucy. KE8QKO.
All right, Nick, we've got you down for Bravo and Echo. Good choices, good choices. Good to know also about Friday afternoon. Josh might not be off of work by then, but maybe I'll take the kids out to check out what's going on. Betty really likes airplanes. I don't think Will knows what they are yet, but he certainly tries to find them in the sky when he hears them. So he's piecing it together. And, very glad for those tickets. Trying to spread the gratitude for that, actually. What else was I going to say about the air show? I don't know. It's gone now. We're going to clear with Nick at Night. And I just re-identified, so I'll wait until after I talk to Ryan, KJ5MCV. Heard you on the W8WKY recently. That was a surprise. I think it was on Tuesday. So good to hear from you. How are you doing today?
KE8YUK, KJ5MCV. Hi, Lucy. Good to hear you too. We have a RCWA net that I try my best to join, and when I do, well, as you know, it's kind of a short net as usual, so I always have time to jump over to the Sarah Club net too, and make people read trivia answers again because I wasn't listening. Anyways, good to hear you too. Happy to take part in all the nets that you guys have. It's pretty neat. And I wanted to make a correction for you. It's pronounced "come on down, I'll eat a bug." I heard you say "come on down" earlier. You gotta offer to eat a bug, and that gets takers every time. And then Nick at night just mentioned something about Wayne's World. It threw me off. I forgot that they were. Where did they have the concert? In Aurora, right? Aurora. Is that like a thing? Do you guys praise the Wayne's World people there in Ohio?
Josh just stood up and went, "What?" And that about sums it up for me. If there is something to do with Wayne's World in Aurora, I am unfamiliar with it. I can't lie to you. Also, did I say? I feel like that's a Gary thing. I feel like I don't have permission to say that. I don't know. Back to you, Ryan.
Well, I'm glad I got a tickle out of you. But, I think you said something like, "Come on down, we're about a third of the way through the list, and next comes blah, 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 this person." Anyway, I'll shut up. Put me down for 2 Ds, Delta, Dos Deltas. It reminds me of 2D. It reminds me of an old Maglite. You can get a 2D or a 3D or 4D, and they got, sketchier and sketchier as you continued to add D batteries to them. All right, I'm going to turn it back to you, Miss Lucy. Thank you very much for picking me up. I'll cross my fingers, and maybe I'll get them right. KE8YUK, KJ5MCV. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.
KJ5MCV, KE8YUK. Got you down for Dos Deltas. I am going to say that from now on. Reminds me of my friend who would say "liar, liar, pantalones del fuego," which still makes me laugh. Blah, 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 blah. I don't remember what else I was going to say. That's how my day has gone. Glad you enjoy our nets. I enjoy them also, even though I'm usually still in bed for the Sarah one. What am I talking about? The barometer. Takes a lot to get me out of bed for the barometer, but not impossible. The kids like waking up that early, so it's coming for me. I also remembered what I was going to say to Nick at night about airplanes landing. Brought back a memory of one of my brothers doing a cover of Gary Allen's Watching Airplanes, and it was basically just replacing the first letter of the whole chorus with P's. So I'm just flipping out clear, watching planes. And you get the idea. But we still sang that, don't know why, but made me laugh. Anyway, this is KE8YUK with tonight's Beacon Net. I've rambled a lot. Let's pick up RevCab K6KJV. How are you doing tonight, RevCab? What are your trivia answers like we don't already know?
Well, hello, Miss Lucy, the rest of the crew, the youngins, and everyone else on the net. This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California. And, my trivia answers ain't those deals. Oh, man. They're going to be double D's, Delta and Delta, or Delta and Delta and double D's, whichever one you want to do. And, let's see, that's because you can never go wrong with a Cornwaldo beam. And it don't matter what the answers really are, because In my mind, double D's is always right. There you go, Miss Lucy. God bless, 7-3, and Maranatha. Back to you, Miss Lucy.
Maranatha to you as well, Brevkev. We got you down for Dos Deltas, double D's. And, yeah, you can't go wrong with the Cornwaldo bean, especially because both of our Delta answers tonight are, in fact, Cornwaldo bean options. So that's a win right there. I had something I was going to say. This is a problem every time. It'll dawn on me eventually. Thanks for checking in. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Well, we all know that facts don't matter. It's your feelings, RevKev. So if you feel like Cornwaldo bean is the correct answer, by golly, you're correct. And I will mail you 2 participation trophies. So the 1 participation trophy doesn't get lonely. I don't know. I thought it was funny when I started talking, and that's how it always goes for me. I'm going to go to RevKev, and I'm going to pick up Jairus. Please tell us more about the destroyed math book. Oh, no, that is something my brother Ben would have done, possibly might still do. AI5Q, what you got tonight?
Well, good evening, Lucy, and everybody on the net. Yeah, he apparently didn't like the math questions, and they were too complicated or too long to work on, and he couldn't find any pages that were shorter, and he's supposed to be done with his math book by the end of summer, but he decided to destroy it so he had no more work to do. And in his mind, that meant he didn't have to finish his book. So now that he can't finish his book, I'm tempted to get him a whole new one, but this kid is only motivated by 30 minutes of video game time at a time, and if we take it away until he gets something done, he just won't do whatever he needs to do, like go to school, clean up, take out the trash, do anything, eat dinner, clean up after dinner, put away dishes, anything. He just won't do it unless he gets his screen time, and I don't know how we raise such a monster, but I'm trying to put a stop to it. Anyway, answers for tonight, I'm going to go with Bravo and Alpha. That's my guesses, and I heard an older gentleman over on KCY tonight describing a situation he had with some lawn people that knocked his entire generator shed off of the foundation and broke the hinges, and the only thing holding the dang thing together was a padlock. And his kind of take on it was, you know, if I'd seen him do it, I probably would have strangled one of them. But then again, some people are kind of like slinkies. They're not worth a lot, but they sure are fun to watch go down the stairs. There you have it. AI5Q. Back to you, Lucy.
Oh, my goodness. So much to unpack from that. First of all, I think that at least 2 of my brothers come to mind as someone who would have connived to do that. And we definitely would have gotten brand new books to start over. The one brother actually works with Josh now, sort of. And he is well known in my family for resisting pretty much any instruction. And to the degree that when Mom told him he had to do his math the one time, he did them all in Roman numerals. And the one time when he had to do a spelling that he didn't want to do, he did it all in Morse code. She saved those pages, but was more mad at him because she had to decode them to grade them to make him actually fix the problems that were inevitably in that paperwork. So they had a tussle back and forth over that, you can be sure. But he turned out all right, more or less. But yeah, as far as handling that kind of discipline, I got nothing, and I better learn quick because it's coming for me. So good luck to you guys for sure. Maybe more adoration. I don't know. And what were your trivia answers? We missed them. We were too busy to being entertained.
That's fine as Bravo and Alpha and forget about the Slinky comment, because that gentleman is on the W8WKY from time to time. I won't give out his call sign, but if he's listening, he knows who he is. I just got a chuckle out of that. That's just a description that you can't. Where do you come up with this stuff, man? It was awesome. Anyway, Bravo and Alpha, AI 5Q73.
AI5Q, KE8YUK. Yes, sir, we've got you down for Bravo and Alpha. And yes, some people are like Slinkies, not worth very much, but you like to watch them fall down the stairs. What? I thought you would laugh way harder at that, Josh. Anyway, I think it's hilarious. It's like the one where some people just need a hug from Darth Vader. Or some people need... Oh, what's the series? Some people need something along the lines of a chair to the face from a pro wrestler. I forget. Josh telling me to hurry up, but it's a good one. Anyway, it's going to clear with chairs. We're going to pick up Mark K4OG, original gangsta. How are you doing tonight, Mark? Long time no talk.
Lucy, during the pre-show, Mark said that he was going to try to capture a satellite at 10:32. It's 10:35, so I think maybe give him a call a little later on. KD8SLG.
All right, good to know. We can do the old circle back. I may need a reminder because we've got two other greens, and to me that usually means we do circle back to them, Eddie and Ray, but I assume they're out for tonight, so I may need another nudge to pick up K4OG, but I hope it catches the satellite. We're going to pick up Mark later. This is KE8YUK with tonight's Beacon Men on the W8WKY repeater, and we're going to pick up Andy, AB8MO. How are you doing tonight? And I heard about the Warren Ham Fest. How's that going?
Of course, there was a repeater ID. This is AB8MO. Well, I'm trying to crunch some numbers to see if we've gone over our Hamfest budget. It wouldn't be by a lot, but I knew we were pretty close to our maximum allowed expense, and we may have exceeded that. So hopefully we'll make up for it. Anyhow, I'm not happy about that, but I'm hoping it'll be worthwhile, and we'll have a lot of happy attendees. That's kind of the goal. I'm hoping that I will have at least one laptop computer by possession tomorrow. The guy who is taking care of the electronics side of the restoration of our home is said that it's all cleaned and working, so then he's going to get it back to me sometime tomorrow. So hopefully I'll be able to follow along, get on NetLogger instead of NetScraper, which is what I've been using. So, read the questions. I'm going to go B and D on both, not to be confused with D and D. Just Nick is mad, and he's ready to smash me now. He's going to punch me now because I didn't use phonetics. Okay, Bravo and Bravo. I don't know, I saw you put a smiley face on there, or maybe that was in the B or maybe that was, that was you, Lucy, I think. Whatever that was. So I'm going to go with the smiley one. So I'm going to get back to crunching some numbers and figure out if we have any money left to spend or not, or if we've overspent already. Going to miss using Josh on Sunday, but the Sarah Club is just running you guys ragged, I guess. So I'd like to get together with you and Josh sometime, even if it's not Sunday. I miss seeing you guys. KE8YUK in the multitude. This HT is getting hot on high power, so I'm going to throw it back to you. This is AV8MO.
AV8MO, KE8YUK. Got you down for B&B, not to be confused with B&B or B or B. Beep-it-up-beep. Overspending is very hard because when you are excited to do something and there are many things that need to be put into the thing, it can be incredibly tempting to buy them all at once. Don't ask me how I know. I'm just guessing. Good luck with the Warren Hamfest, and I'm sure everything will go smoothly. I've only been once, and for those who didn't know, I was walking around Betty that whole time, and I walked 5 miles in circles. So, and that was before my GPS crashed, and I lost my step count. So, pretty proud of that, actually, but definitely exhausting. So, I wish you luck and energy with all that, and we'll clear with Andy. We're going to pick up Kenneth, 88PQ. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
This is 88PQ. Nice to hear you, Lucy. Sounds really good tonight. I'm going to be different to everybody else. I'm going to take Alpha and Charlie. Alpha and Charlie. And we'll see how that works out. Have a good evening. 73.
Nice quick traffic, Kenneth. Thank you. We got you down for Alpha and Charlie, and thanks for participating tonight. It's good to have you check in. We're going to circle back up to K4OG, Mark in the middle real quick, because I am afraid that I will forget to. So, K4OG, how are you doing tonight? And I saw on the blue screen that the transmission was weak. That's unfortunate, but anything else to report?
KEAYUK, K4OG, good evening, Miss Lucy, and Josh, and everyone. Nothing really to report. I was using my amplifier on that satellite, and maybe I shouldn't have. It's all fun experimenting. And Murphy, he just catches me every time with that timing thing. He pops his head in right when you don't need him. Just my luck. Anyway, fabulous questions. I think you're going to trip me up tonight, 'cause I don't know. For the first question, my answer's going to be, let's see, there's not too many A's. I'll take A for the first one. And I had to look up that Tasavo, or however you pronounce it. I don't know that word, but I've seen it before. I think it's got something to do with big cats. I'm hoping. So now I got to pick from one or the other, lions or tigers. I'm going to pick tigers. Bravo. K4OG. Thanks for letting me play, guys. 73s.
K4OG, KEAYUK. Got you down for A and B. Hold on, I'm looking at the wrong line. Yep, A and B. And good to hear you again. Lovely, lovely to hear your melodious voice over the airwaves. And yeah, I wish you luck with your satellite hunting as usual. This is KE8YUK with tonight's beacon on the W8WKY repeater. For the uninitiated, we are on NetLogger, and if you have that software downloaded, you can open up the Almost Instant Messenger window, which is what we call the blue screen because it's below. We're very creative here. And that's where the other half of the net takes place, if you're curious. You can also see it on the rag2.net app, which is on browsers, if you do, what is it, rag2.site. And it is now also an app. That's why I got mixed up. So you can see the Almost Instant Messenger window through there as well, if you're curious. right. Identified, told about the blue screen, and Brandon, KI5UGI, was in and out. So we're going to pick up Sabra, AI7UG. I looked up your QRZ page and didn't see anything, so I highly recommend filling that out because it is unusual to hear other people on the net from Utah, at least for me, and I'd love to know more. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
I'm doing fine, and I don't actually use QRZ that much. The interface is kind of clunky. I'm mostly on Facebook, but I can try to fill out the rest of my QRZ page. I thought I filled out some of it. I haven't been really doing that much tonight, and for trivia, I will pick B, Bravo, and A, Alpha. AI7UG, back to you.
AI7UG, KE8YUK, got you down for Bravo and Alpha. Thanks for playing, and it's good to have you on the net. It's good to have new faces, new voices that are becoming regular, so we hope you stick around. And have a great rest of your evening. And I hope you do fill out more of QRZ. It helps me a lot because I pretty much just do BeaconNet and talk on the WKY when I'm driving, and so I don't get to know as many people as I should. So QRZ is very helpful for me in that regard. We're going to clear Sabra, and we're going to pick up Brian, KC8YKP. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers? And, yeah, what's up? All right, Brian, I think Nick has told me to tell you that you're dead keying pretty constantly and consistently through the entire net, and also now we heard no transmissions. Double-checking that... Sorry, too many things going on at the same time. I'm going to give it one more shot to see if we can get an actual transmission out. KC8YKP, are you there and able to transmit?
This is KD8SLG. Lucy, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you just fine. There were two people dead keying there repeatedly every transmission. So KCAYKP, you're still connected. Fix whatever your problem is there. All right, if you got somebody dead keying out on your system, find them and knock it off, please. And N5LYS, Greg out in Pasadena, Texas, you keep linking up and dead keying us. Please stop. Thanks, Lucy. It's KD8SLG. Back to net control.
Thank you, KD8SLG. I'm new enough and, dare I say, nice enough to imagine that people are just having problems, right? Just problems. Hopefully they're not Slinkies. Anyway, we're going to pick up Mark, KC8FQV. Hopefully everything went well on your end. And what nuts were you on today, Mark?
All right, KC8FQV here. Well, I'm listening to the W6EK. They have their, I don't know what it's called, Shack. They're on their Wednesday, twice a month. They do YouTube, and I think they're going to talk to the guy that did QSL1. And I'm back just about his end, so 8 minutes and they'll be back going. Loop will be closed. And the trivia is going to be Alpha Alpha A8. So, other than that, it was interesting this morning. The guy from West Virginia, from Ellsburg, West Virginia, he had a couple of different connections he tried. So he was listening to it on Mike's YouTube feed. He said he could tell it was bad, so he switched and he came in on Allstar Echolink, whatever he has. He likes to come anything in RF, but if he has to, he'll do it the other way. So other than that, not much else is happening. So I'll send it back to net, KSFQV, but it's going to be Alpha Alpha.
We've got you down for Alpha and Alpha, Mark, and don't forget to turn off your TV when you transmit. I run into that a lot with the kids. They have to turn off whatever audio they want to listen to when I transmit because, boy, oh boy, nobody wants to hear VeggieTales as loud as we play it when we're driving. Oh, boy. Anyway, thanks for checking in, Mark. We'll clear, and we're going to pick up KC0LRM. Kelly, how are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
KAYUK headings for giving me there, Lucy. KC0L around here. Give my answer before I forget. I'm going to go Dos Deltas, por favor. And I just barely got on here. My computer crashed on the weekend, and I just got the net logger all set up and going there just about halfway through the pre-net. So, and then I looked at my battery on my, I'm on my phone here, and I looked at my battery, and it was 3%. So I had to plug that in real quick before you called me, but just like everybody else, we're hot here. I'd love to have some of that rain I heard people talking about, but I don't think we're going to get any of that for a while. So I'm going to cut it short here, and I'll let you get on down the net there because I don't want to die here. All right, so everybody have a good one in 73.
Well, Kelly, we wish you some cooler weather. The rain here has been nice and refreshing, and I am grateful for that for sure. And my brain totally stopped mid-conversation. This is what happens when I don't have enough water in the day, I think. So I am waiting to remember /see what we got down for your trivia answers, but NetLogger is being... Oh, that's what I was going to say. I am glad that you got NetLogger set up because to me it really is half of the pre-show. Half of the show is being able to see what's going on in the blue screen. It helps people participate, and it's hugely distracting when I am trying to multitask. Goodness gracious. Okay. Drat, I don't see your trivia answers at all. Did we get your trivia answers, Kelly? Did I just totally miss them? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said Dos Deltas. Delta. All right, back to you.
Roger that, Kelly. Got you down for Delta and Delta. Thanks for playing trivia with us tonight. We've got a handful of check-ins before I need to call again, but real quick, I'm going to re-identify. This is KE8YUK with tonight's BeaconNet on the W8WKY repeater. Thanks, everybody who's checked in so far and given us your trivia answers. We appreciate the camaraderie and all the laughter that you guys bring me. And hopefully everybody else, but specifically me. KE9CQD. Tim, it is your turn, my friend. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
Well, thanks for getting me in there, Lucy. Appreciate you running the net tonight, and always good to get on to the Beacon Net and enjoy time playing radio before I turn in for the evening. But it's been a pretty good daytime this year. We had those kind of crazy storms rip through yesterday, and we finally got power back today, but a lot of people still without power. So we've been clearing limbs and helping out some people as power starts getting restored to the city. I think our town has a population of like 35,000 people, and 32,000 of them were without power. And the county next to us was 98% without power, so it knocked out a bunch. So we've been communicating with people, trying to help out, and planning church events as well. We had stuff going on this week, and had to cancel a couple things due to power and gas shortage up here. We've got like one gas station open in town. Everyone's going apparently to Michigan and Illinois for gas and groceries and generators right now. And checking on congregants and helping them out when they need it, getting some generators going or clearing limbs, things like that. So that's been most of our last couple days, probably going to be the next couple as well. But we've had some more rain today, but the weather's nice and cool, so it hasn't been too bad. Just trying to get everything back going up here in this area. But anyway, that's about it. Getting ready for the end of the week here. Got to finish up a bunch of work I didn't get done because we got back on vacation Monday and the storms hit Tuesday, so I have not got much done I need to get. But anyway, I'm getting distracted now too with the blue screen. I was reading back trivia answers before I forget. Tonight I'm going to go with Bravo and Bravo, B and B. We'll do Bravo and Bravo tonight and see how we do. I really don't know either way, but we'll find out. Anyway, I will turn it back over to Net Control, turn it back to you, Lucy, and say 73 Saul. God bless. This is KE9CQD.
KE9CQD, KE8YUK, got you down for Bravo and Bravo. Sorry to hear about all that terrible weather, but I'm glad that you're able to help out and keep everybody safe. God bless you and your efforts, and hopefully everything smooths out nicely for you. We're going to clear with Tim. We have got people on our list. We've got KR4MHW, Josh. We've got a check-in and out from KD2HCE, Chris. We've got El Presidente para todo tiempo, Gary, AACS. Translation, the president for all time, at least in my heart. And we've got Andy, KC8YFO, and Newham, KF8HCP, Drew. That's my list so far. I don't know why I'm saying so much. If you would like to join tonight's list, please call now.
KC8YKP, Brian and Shelby.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey Delta Mike, Donald in the Osage.
ERZ.
Kilo Foxtrot 6, Papa Oscar Echo, Christian and Bass.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Alpha November Romeo, Gary in Wellington. I missed the trivia question, so I'll just check in and out and say 7-3.
All right, let me make sure I got
This is Kilo Bravo 4, Sierra Whiskey Papa, Bruce in Boynton Beach, Florida.
All right, now make sure I got it. Pretty sure I got it. All right, cool. Wow, great list, great logging, Nick. Picking up from Drew, we've got KI5WDM, Donald. We've got KF8ERZ, Terry. KF6POE, Christian. KF8ANR, Gary. KB4SWP, Bruce. Holy moly. Was there anyone we missed? If you would like to be added to the list, please call now.
W8WKY.
All right, looks like we got everybody. We are going to do a trivia reread. I'm going to toss it way back up to KA8LYJ Bob for the main trivia reread. KE8YUK to KA8LYJ. Ready?
KE8YUK, KA8LYJ. I am ready. The first public demonstration of frequency modulation was where? Alpha, the Empire State Building. Bravo, U.S. Naval Communications Station, Cheltenham, Maryland. Charlie, Mount Jefferson, Oregon. Or Delta, Ian Fraser, Cornwaldo Beans, sheep paddock near Inverness, Scotland. I'll drop it and read it again. The first public demonstration of frequency modulation was where? Alpha, the Empire State Building. Bravo, U.S. Naval Communications Station, Cheltenham, Maryland. Charlie, Mount Jefferson, Oregon. Or Delta, Ian Fraser, Cornwaldo Beans, sheep paddock near Inverness, Scotland. Back to you, Lucy, KA8LYJ.
KA8LYJ, KE8YUK. Thanks for the reread. Here's the alt trivia. What were the Savo man-eaters? A, lions, B, tigers, C, bears, or D, humans? Colonel Cornwaldo Bean pleads the fifth. Again, what were the Savo man-eaters? A, lions, B, tigers, C, bears, or D, humans? Colonel Cornwaldo Bean pleads the fifth. I'll repost it in the blue screen to make sure we have it. And in the meantime, I'm going to pick up Brian with a sort of recheck. KC8YKP. I got it eventually. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
Good evening, guys. KC8YKP. Coming to you online. I disconnected my repeater. I apologize. I just got in my truck. I was busy, and as soon as I turned the radio on, I heard Nick making the comment about some interference or whatever. And I think if it was for mine, it's this, I'll say, idiot that we have locally that likes to do that on purpose. It's really upsetting me that that's happening, so I apologize. As far as trivia, I have no idea. I'll go double D's, I guess, just because they're funny, if nothing else. But nothing else to report. Tired of rain. My family does a big get-together every year this weekend, and it involves plowing with old antique steam engines, and we got so much rain, I don't know if we're going to be able to plow or not, but I guess we'll see what happens, but it can be done raining for a little while. Anyhow, back to you guys. Like I said, I wanted to apologize for whatever interference was happening there, but I want to keep connecting, but if this guy's going to keep causing problems, then maybe I won't be able to, so we'll see what happens, I guess. Back to you guys, KC8YKP.
Comment, please.
Take it, Nick.
KC8YKP, KD8SLG. Hey, Brian. Thanks for responding. And yeah, I know you've had that guy, and that's why I kind of pointed it out. All I can say is when it happens that frequently, I'm just going to knock you off the list. And hopefully you can track down who it is or something. But and this is one of the things. If anybody ever wonders why we don't connect to the boredom breaker net every day, every afternoon, it's because sometimes there's issues, and sometimes those issues come from W8WKY. And if I can't sit here and manage the dashboard and make sure I'm not causing problems out there, then that's why we're not connected every day. One of the reasons, anyway. So there's that. Thanks, Brian, for your attention, and Echolink was treating you well tonight. KC8YKP, KDSLG, back to you, sir. And then hand it back to Lucy, please.
Well, my waterfall cleared, so I'm going to make sure I have it. Cool beans, cool beans. Bip-a-da-bop. Again, why don't I have words at the ready? And I blame my children. This is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo with tonight's Beacon Net on the WKY repeater. Brian, thanks for coming back to us. It's good to hear from you specifically. I don't know if I've ever talked to you before, so it was nice to make your acquaintance. And thanks for coming in to say hi. Got you down for Delta and Delta. And I'm glad you and Nick are able to sort out the technicalities that are above my head and way above my pay grade. We are going to clear with Brian, and we're going to pick up KR4HW. Josh, how are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
KE8YUK. This is Kilo Romeo 4, Mike Hotel Whiskey. How you doing tonight, Lucy? I am actually in Tulsa tonight. I'm not in North Carolina. I'm traveling, and I am actually talking to you on my handheld. So this is pretty nice change of pace instead of having to do it over Echolink, but it is super nice to talk to you all tonight. So I will tell you my answers are Charlie and Alpha. I will say it is blisteringly hot here in Tulsa. I don't know how people live out here. It's just hot. But thank God for AC and thank God for water. So I will clear with you, Lucy. Thank you for running the net tonight. And we will talk later. This is Kilo Romeo 4, Mike Hotel Whiskey. I'll say 7-3.
Roger that. We've got you down for Charlie Alpha, and as far as he goes, I have no answers for you. Goodness gracious. And if you're out in Tulsa, hopefully you're saying hi to our friends in Tulsa, because why else would you go to Tulsa if you're not saying hi to friends? Honest question. It's so hot. I don't understand. I've gotten less and less heat tolerant as I've gotten older. I know, but still, true. It's hot, man. So hopefully things cool down. And yep, agreed. Thank God for AC and water. We're going to clear with Josh. KD2HCE was in and out, so we get to pick up Presidente para toda siempre or para toda la vida. I'm not sure yet. I need to do more Spanish. But how are you doing tonight, Gary? And what are your trivia answers?
What was that you said, Lucy? Inagata de Vida, something like that. This is AAHCS. Good evening, everybody. It's good to be back. Oh, man, I'm going to say this 1,000 times, but there's no place like home, really and truly. I'm a homebody. I was only away a week, felt like a month, but some pretty cool things happened. I might share them with the barometer net tomorrow morning, which is one of the reasons I wanted to drop by this evening. I want to invite everybody back to the big B net. Yeah, tomorrow morning on this very repeater, and at the ungodly hour of 7 a.m. Eastern time, so be there. Anyway, good to be here. Just wanted to say hello. And I'm telling you, Lucy, you have the best radio voice I've ever heard. Seriously. You need to go commercial. Just saying. This is AAHCS, back to net. And thanks, everybody.
AAHCS-K8YUK. What did I say? I don't know. That's the fun part. For those who don't know, I'm sure most of you do, but Inagata de Vida was supposed to be in the Garden of Eden, but I believe the singer was under enough of an influence that he couldn't get those words out, and it's people just thought it was Italian, and so they rolled with it. I'm sure there's more facts that could be parsed with that story, but that's what I've got for that. Oh, goodness. Gary, good to hear you, and I'm glad you're home. I know Josh and I like traveling also, but I think ultimately I am also a homebody. I like being in my space, doing my things, and yeah. So good to have you back. I don't see trivia down. Okay, good. I'm not crazy. Gary, What were your trivia answers, my good friend?
All right, Lucy. Yeah, I didn't give them to you. In all my rambling, I forgot. Anyway, double B's. I'll do double B's, not to be confused with double D's. I think that was the previous conversation. Anyway, yeah, double B's. Have a great rest of the net, and we'll see everybody in the morning. AA8CS, back to net.
AACS KE8YK, Gary got you down for double B's, and that reminds me, anytime Betty sees a B now, she thinks it's her whole name, which is very funny to me. So we've got you down for that, and we'll catch you when we catch you. Good to hear from you tonight, though. We're going to clear with Gary, and we're going to pick up Andy, other Andy, as I call you in my head, because slowly but surely I am accruing more Andys in my life. KC8YFO, how are you doing tonight, Andy? What are your trivia answers?
All right, Lucy in the net. I don't mind being other Andy. Yeah, Drew is the fourth, so that's why we had to go Drew. So too many Andys, and we had to stop for the nicknames. So he's Drew. And all right, trivia. Before I forget, I'm gonna go Alpha and Bravo. And let's see. Actually, talking to you on our Allstar Node. As we're slant Kilo Papa 4 for the next few days. We are down in Puerto Rico, so just west of San Juan. But yeah, we got everything set up and had a good travel down and all this stuff. Radio setup is for tomorrow, and looking forward to it. So you guys were all talking Spanish here, and I mean, poquito, very little here. So, you outdid me, Lucy. Hey, sending it back to you. Best 73s to the net. Strong numbers tonight. You're drawing in a crowd. Keep it going. KC8YFO.
All right, Andy. We've got you down for Alpha and Bravo, and appreciate the compliments. And Josh, of course, wants me to ask if you're going to be doing POTO while you are in, was it Puerto Rico?
Yeah, so it will be, portable, but we've got land power, so it'll be full setup. So we did an Airbnb down here. I got a Delta loop and a vertical and my spool antenna. So this is going to work this time. So I'm just waiting to set it up tomorrow. We're going to test it up, and I'll definitely text Josh so he'll get it out to the group for sure. KC8YFO, back to you.
All right, he's excited about that, and thanks for the updates. I don't remember the last time I identified, so just in case, KE8YUK, Miss Lucy with tonight's Beacon Net on the WWKY repeater. We're going to pick up Drew. Not Andy's better half. That's not how that works. But there has to be a phrase for a son. There has to be. Right? We got to figure it out before Bill gets his junior. Yeah, but you don't say he's better junior. That doesn't make any sense. We'll figure it out eventually when I am less tired. We're going to pick up Drew, KF8HCP. How are you doing tonight, Drew? What are your trivia answers?
Lucy and we're in Florida. No, I mean Puerto Rico, and I just went swimming in the pool in our backyard. And my trivia, before I forget, is Alpha and Alpha for both of them. And looking forward to the ocean, and I might get into the promenade net in the morning if I'm not tired and I'm awake. And this is Kilo Fox 8 Hotel Charlie Papa. Back to you, Net, Lucy.
KF8HCP from KE8YUK. Good to hear you, Drew. We've got you down for Alpha and Alpha, and it sounds like you have a very full day, and I hope you make it to the barometer net. I almost never do, so I hope that you do. I use the excuse that I'm tired all the time. Really should be my middle name now, but it isn't, because changing it legally would be too much of a pain. Anyway, we're going to clear with Drew, and we're going to pick up Donald, KI5WDM. How are you doing tonight, Donald? What are your trivia answers?
Well, good evening, Miss Lucy. This is Kilo India 5 Whiskey Delta Mike. I'm going to go with Bravo and Charlie on the trivia, just because I don't know the answer to either one. So, Bravo and Charlie, and I'm just sitting out here tonight. I'm counting satellites that are passing over. I'm at an all-time high. I've got a count of 28 tonight, and it's a little weird. I don't know if that solar or lunar eclipse is going on way over on the down past the horizon there, but it's really weird. I watch satellites all the time, and I know about where they should be when they fade out, in different directions in different times. Tonight, they're getting right overhead. They should have a lot of light left in them, and then they just gone. They don't fade out. They're just gone. So that's really strange. I'm thinking maybe that eclipse is going on somewhere over the horizon. I don't know, but that's all I've got for you, Miss Lucy. Appreciate you letting me in. Have a great evening. And I'll give it back to you. KI5WDM.
Well, Terry, nope, not Terry. Donald, good to hear from you. Got you down for Bravo and Charlie. And, I didn't even know that there was a solar eclipse today. I wish I had, but it was so cloudy today, I don't think we would have been able to see anything anyway. Josh showed me a video from Michigan, and it looked like a little tiny kind of apple-esque chunk was taken out of the sun, but nothing really noticeable. So, yeah, I don't know how that messed with anything else, because I didn't know about it. But, yeah, I don't know. We're going to clear with Donald. We're going to pick up Terry, KF8ERZ. How are you doing tonight, Terry? What are your trivia answers, and did you notice the solar eclipse? Because I sure didn't.
K8YUK, sorry, I messed that all up. This is KF8ERZ. Good evening, Lucy, and everybody on the net this evening. I hope I'm coming through clear. I was having an issue with this radio earlier today, so I think I got it corrected, but not sure. I heard something about the eclipse, but don't know too much about it. I guess I need to look into that a little more. Maybe I can see it from here. It's nice and clear here this evening for a change after all the rain we've been having. It's good to be with you all and hear everybody on the net this evening, and I appreciate you taking my check-in. And to hear Drew on there, KF8HCP, I believe it is, that's just a real blessing. Hear someone, a younger person getting into amateur radio, and I know how excited I was when I got my technician back when I was in my 30s, which wasn't too long, I'm still in my 30s, but wasn't that long ago, how excited I was. And to get at his age, that's a wonderful accomplishment, and I'm sure he's very excited. It's great to hear him on the airwaves. But anyway, I hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. Looking forward to trying to catch all of you on the barometer net in the morning. And good to hear Gary back. Look forward to hearing him on the air again. So I'll definitely enjoy talking to him. So with that, my trivia answers, almost forgot. Alpha and Alpha. Let's go with Alpha and Alpha. AA battery. So I'll hand it back to you, Lucy. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. Say 73s and God bless. This is KF8ERZ.
Sorry about the delay, Terry. I had to wait for an ID to run. We've got you down for Alpha and Alpha AA batteries. Can't think of AA batteries without thinking of that vine from years ago. I can't repeat it on the airwaves just because it would sound like I'm screaming for no reason. And I do that in my own time. I shouldn't do it on you guys' time. We're going to clear with Terry. We're going to pick up KF6 POE. Christian, how are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers? And can you think of anything else for me to say when I have people respond with their traffic besides the same thing over and over and over again?
This is Kilo Foxtrot 6. Peace on Earth. Purity of essence. Oh, sorry, Nick. Sorry. It's evening time, right? Purity of essence. I don't know, everything, because of my my automatic setting is very skewed. One of the things I used to love about Coast to Coast AM alien radio conspiracy show was the way that not Art Bell, but the other one, George Norrie would comment back when somebody would say something completely crazy, like, my toaster talks to me in Enochian language, and it's telling me that I should eat more pork, and then it would cut back to him and he'd go, fascinating. And then just keep going, and it never came off condescending, which was nice. In any case, I'll work on that, but yeah, it's a tough one to navigate, and you're doing a great job. I could see why Inagata Devita is in the Garden of Eden, and I still haven't picked up any Jasper Ford books that you recommended a while ago. I finished reading On Growing Old by Cicero. That's a short read, much like our time on Earth. In any case, nice hearing Jairus's repositioning of the Slinkies, and YFO and HCP in Puerto Rico? Huh? Okay. Now, I will have to vote my trivia questions answers. My role models, MCB, Ryan, and RevKev, double Ds. 73, back to net control.
Christian, peace on Earth / purity of essence depends on, I guess, time of day, according to Nick. Power over Ethernet, Josh suggests. Potatoes over eggs. I don't know. Guys, guess what? I'm tired. Anyway, got you down for Delta and Delta, and Puerto Rico made me laugh much more than it should have. Yeah, Jasper Ford. I need to check out some of the books because I was going to do audiobooks, and I feel like I just miss too much of the wordplay when I can't read it, so I have to order some of those books in. I did just start listening to an audiobook, and I got 2 chapters in, and the female main character was rattling off to her grandmother how she was different than other girls, and I had to quit. I couldn't anymore. It went right back to the library, and I had to find something different. So now I'm listening to My Antonia by Willa Cather, and it's long prose and not funny. So I need to find other books. Anyway, we're going to clear with Christian. We're going to pick up Gary, KF88NR. How are you doing tonight, Gary? And what are your trivia answers?
Good evening. I actually checked in and out because I missed the trivia questions, but I remember I had either Bravo, Charlie, or it was Charlie and Bravo, but my answers were the one I remember is Navy, and the second one was related to the Tiger. So if that's BC or CB, whichever. I just woke up like right before I checked in. I'm still a little groggy, so I'll just turn it back to net control. This is KF8ANR.
KF8ANR, KE8YUK. Okay, time for Bravo and Bravo, and we're glad you joined us even though you just woke up. I wish I could swap you. But we're going to wish you a great rest of your evening, and thanks for joining us. Bruce, you are the last one on my list. KB4SWP. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
This is Kilo Bravo 4 Sierra Whiskey Papa. Say good evening to everybody on the net, and thanks to Lucy for being in control. I would say, I think it was Charlie Alpha, but the first question, I believe it was Alpine, but I couldn't remember what the letter was on it, but I believe it was Alpine, but I definitely A for the second part. Thanks for being there and doing the net. First time attending. Look forward to coming back again. This is Kilo Bravo 4 Sierra Whiskey Papa. Back to the net.
KB4SWP, KEAYK. Bruce, welcome to the net. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I am not the normal net controller for Wednesday nights. Josh and I do the big show sometimes towards the end of the month. So usually you would hear Dustin on the airwaves, but yeah, we're really happy to have you. Unfortunately, I am an amateur, and Just Nick was doing Just Nick things, I'm sure, so neither of us caught your trivia answers. Would you like to share those with us tonight?
Yeah, I believe I didn't get the leather on the first one, but I believe that was in Alpine, New Jersey, but the second part would have been Alpha. Kilo Bravo 4, Sierra Whiskey Papa, back to the net.
Roger that. Yeah, we usually do rereads at the top of our list, but unfortunately you're at the bottom of the list. Also, which is basically the top of the list. But if you go into NetLogger and you go into the Almost Instant Messenger window, you can scroll through the madness and you can find usually the alt trivia and the main trivia posted in text form, so you can refer back to it as needed. You can also see that on ragchew.site or the Ragchew app, which I believe is it in beta on Samsung? And you pay for it on Apple? Yeah, so I was right. It's what I said previously was still correct. My point is, if you want to know what's going on the written side of the net, that's how you see it, either through NetLogger or through Ragchew. We've got you down for Unknown and Bravo, and that is the end of the list. So, this might be last call because it's going on 11:30. If you want to be on tonight's Beacon Net list, please call now phonetically, followed by alphanumerically with your name and location. Oh, darn. Nobody else. Back to the top of the list. So to figure out. Oh, gosh. Ah, man. I pretty much gave you guys my traffic already. We went to the zoo and survived the day. Will really likes scattering our napkins and being very pleased about it. And we planted more beans in the garden. And Betty got a scrape on her knee, and she wants everybody to know, I'm sure. That's about it. I'm going to toss it over to KD8SLG, Just Nick. He's already got his trivia down for Bravo and Delta, but I'm sure he's got things to say. Take it away, Nick.
KYK, KDSLG, good evening, Lucy and all the Beacon Netizens. Fine business tonight. We are running a little long. I've only got about 10 or 12 minutes of announcements to make, so everybody just hold on. Yeah, I'm kidding. Bravo and Delta, I chose them early. I went to great lengths one time to make sure that the right answer was actually Delta with a Cornwaldo bean in it. So if that's the case this time, I'm really impressed. Great here in Andy and Drew from Puerto Rico. That's really cool. Really cool. Thanks for stopping by, guys. And Brian, I'm just going to say it, no worries, man. I've had that conversation 100 times, and this was one of the more pleasant ones. So there. It's very disruptive, especially for NCOs who aren't looking at a dashboard and managing that, like Lucy wasn't tonight, to know when they can talk and not talk if people are just dead keying repeatedly. And there was a whole lot of that tonight. Sometimes it's by accident, sometimes it's not. But there you go. So thanks for punching back in, Brian. Lucy, fine business. I'm going to throw it back to you. And let's get some trivia answers and go to bed. KD8SLG, back to net control.
KD8SLG, KEAYUK. Thanks for the support of Brian. I agree. And that's one reason I am so grateful to have people like Nick as a right-hand man so that he can work behind the scenes and adjust things as needed, kick people as needed, et cetera, so forth, because I don't know how to do that. Josh just showed me how to pull up the dashboard, which is great, but I don't know what it means. I think I can see who keys, and I could figure out if I really had to, but I do appreciate having more experienced hands taking on all the troll wrangling, if you will, and it's always good to have people here. So yeah, no worries, Brian. Thanks for your traffic, Nick. Let's keep it rolling. KA8LYJ. Let's see here. I need to read main trivia. So, Bob, I need your main trivia answer before I read off the answers. So what do you got?
KE8YUK. This is KA8LYJ. For your trivia, I'm going to go ahead and guess Delta. And I'll go ahead and reread mine and then give the answer. First public demonstration of frequency modulation was where? Alpha, the Empire State Building. Bravo, U.S. Naval Communications Station, Cheltenham, Maryland. Charlie, Mount Jefferson, Oregon. Or Delta, Ian Fraser Cornwaldobean's sheep paddock near Inverness, Scotland. I'll go ahead and drop it, and then I'll read the correct answer and give a little background. The correct answer on this one was Alpha, the Empire State Building. The year was 1935. Edwin Armstrong had spent several years developing frequency modulation to solve the problem of the hissing and popping that persisted with AM. Plus, if anybody's ever listened to music on AM, which we all have, it's just not all there. Armstrong had already invented the regenerative circuit, greatly enhancing radio communication, and he just took it to the next step, inventing FM. His friend, David Sarnoff, who worked at RCA and was also a pioneer in early radio, to move all of his equipment to the Empire State Building's 85th floor, where RCA had headquarters. And first public demonstration was an organ recital in 1935. I'll drop it so I don't time out. And he simulcast it in AM and FM so listeners could hear the difference. Unfortunately, RCA was at the time committing all of its resources into inventing television, which Sarnoff was heavily involved in, and so Strong got kicked out. But undaunted, he went ahead and put up a 400-foot tower across the Hudson River in Alpine, New Jersey, and launched the country's first regular FM station, Whiskey 2 X-Ray Mike November, in 1939. And there you have it. This is KA8LYJ.
KA8LYJ, KE8YUK. Fantastic trivia question. Need to know there was a comparison of the sound. Cool. I will read off alt trivia before I forget. What were the Savo man-eaters? A, lions, B, tigers, C, bears, or D, humans? Colonel Cornwalder pleads the fifth. The answer is A, alpha, lions. On December 9th, 1898, the first of two man-eating lions, known as the Tsavo man-eaters, was killed. The two lions had been dragging Kenyan railroad construction workers from their tents at night and eating them. That's terrifying. John Henry Patterson, the construction leader, claimed the lions had eaten about 135 men over a 9-month period. However, modern estimates put the number closer to 30. So less by 100, but still not good. The work crews tried to scare them off, but to no avail. Eventually, so many workers fled that construction had to be halted. Patterson then began hunting the lions. He shot the first lion in the leg, but it escaped, only to come back and stalk him later that night, at which time Patterson shot it through the heart, which killed it. The other was killed 20 days later. Patterson had the lion skins made into floor rugs, and they are now on display. Well, now might be extensive. They should be at display at the Chicago Field Museum. The movies Guana Devil and The Ghost and the Darkness were both based on these events. So again, the answer for all trivia is A, lions. All right, that is the read-off of trivia. We're going to do a final call before we wrap things up and toss it to Dustin to put a bow on it. So if you want to be on tonight's list, please give me a call, KE8YUK, Miss Lucy, on tonight's Beacon Net. Go ahead and give your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically with your name and location. Nothing heard. We're going to toss it to KD8EPC for the bow wrapping. I don't know if you want to sign off for the whole net, if you just have some final comments, but whatever you want to do, Dustin, take it away.
I'm going to wrap a bow on this thing, Miss Lucy, so go ahead and clear real quick.
Clear as in the whole final preamble, or just me clear?
KA3 BMS. You had another station there, Lucy, KA3 BMS. Go ahead and work him and we'll shut it down.
Sounds good. KA3, I think we said EMS or PMS. Go ahead, station. Go ahead and give us your traffic before we wrap up.
Okay, Lucy, good evening and good night. This is King, pardon me, stand by. I'm sorry, this is King America 3, Boston Mary Sugar, KA3 BMS, buy more sauerkraut. You don't know what scrapple is. My name is Hank. As in Hank Aaron, Hank Williams, and Hank of Wool. And I'm born and raised near Philadelphia in Newtown Square, 10 miles south of Valley Forge. May I give you a bit of historical trivia, please? Over.
Good evening, Hank. Good to have you. I have heard of Scrapple, but off the top of my head, I don't remember what it is. You can give us some historical trivia if you make it quick. I've got to go to bed.
General Mad Anthony Wayne, born in the 17th century. He's an American Revolution general. Born near Paoli, Pennsylvania, which is a western suburb of Philadelphia in Chester County. After the American Revolution, he explored the Northwest Territory on his trip back to Paoli, near Philadelphia in Chester County. He died of yellow fever and was buried up there at Stockhouse near Erie. Well, he actually has two graves, is the point. His wife insisted that he should be buried at his home parish of Old St. David's Church in St. David's, which is a Radnor Township. St. David's section of Radnor. Again, another western suburb of Philadelphia along Lancaster Pike, U.S. Route 30. So the corpse was exhumed. Uniform and bones. The flesh is boiled from the bones. Uniform and bones are transported by horse in saddlebags down to again his home parish in St. David's Church graveyard.
Tell you what, you learn something new every day. Thanks, Hank. We're going to wrap this net. I'm going to pass it to KD8EPC to tie a bow on it. This is KE8YUK, and I will be clear on Dustin's final.
All right there, Miss Lucy 7310. That was me. I got tired of it and hit the dump button. And on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, and the Beacon Net crew, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday here on the W8WKY repeater. And don't forget to visit our friends over on the N5XQK Memorial Board and Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KD8EPC returning to repeater to normal Massachusetts this time, and I will be clear. 73, y'all.
Nobody, but nobody can do the disclaimer like Dustin. K8LYJ.
Thanks, Dustin. You're my hero. K6KJV.
Love you guys. I've been itching to get on there and be in that control all night. Even though I gave it to Lucy, it was weird not being there. Good to hear y'all. Great net 73. KD8EPC is clear.
Dustin, where do you think you're going, brother?
Down the hall. My teeth are floating. Back in a couple minutes.
All right. See you in a few. KC5, real big guns.
Yeah, you go over to W6EK, you can listen to the guy that done that QSL1, KSFQV. Go there, and there's a link there from their club site. So KSFQV.
Yeah, I talk to Frank all the time. I've given him several ideas and suggestions, and so far he's done everything I've suggested. So, and I gave him feedback on all my beta testing. So, yeah, Frank's a good guy. He knows what he's doing. KC5RBG.
Get the W6EK group, and they do this. I'm trying to think what they title this one. It's the Ham Shack. I'm trying to think. I have to go. But yeah, twice a month they do the YouTube one or Zoom. They do the Zoom twice a month, the second and fourth, and then the other week, 2 weeks is on the repeater. But they got him talking to him tonight. KSFQV. It's KD8JKK. KSFQV.
KC8YKP listening.
KC8YKP, this is KD8EPC. How you doing there, Brian?
W8WKY.
Hey. All right, how are you doing?
Oh, a little tired, hanging in there. Good to hear you on the net tonight.
Yeah, I was late getting in. I was tied up. Like I say, right when everything started going south there, I had just gotten near a radio, you know, at that point. So, and I have a broadcastify stream on my repeater now, but the power blinked out or something the other day during the storms, and the computer must have shut down. And it didn't restart or what, I don't know what happened, but my stream's down, so I couldn't even monitor it that way.
Well, no worries. Like I said, we're not upset with you. We just wanted to let you know it was happening so you're aware. All we do is if somebody keeps keying up, we just disconnect the node. And all is well as long as it doesn't keep connecting, we got to keep doing it. But yeah, if there's a problem, we just disconnect it. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Like I said, if you want to, you're welcome to connect from the net. We're not too worried about it. Like if it keeps happening, then it'd be a problem. But I think this is the first time we've really had a problem with it, and it happened a few times tonight. But no worries. Things happen. It's not just you. There was other people keying up tonight too and dead keying. So it wasn't just you. That's the Allstar network. It's the nature of the beast, you know.
Sure. Like say there's a local fella or whatever around here. Throughout the day, he just chunks the repeaters, you know. Or one night, I was talking to somebody local on my repeater, and all of a sudden somebody just came on and just started holding down a DTMF tone, you know, deliberately for probably 60 seconds, you know, just right in the middle of our conversation. It's got to be that. I mean, that same person. I don't know if they need to get a life, you know, or but they have no hobbies or anything better to do than to just cause problems or what. I missed what was happening. I wasn't near a radio, but you said they were just dead keying. It sounds like something that this person would be doing, you know, but since I'm connected to you through Allstar, then you guys all hear it. So I don't know what the answer is, but other than, like we say, track him down. But the guys in the Mansfield Club think they know who it is, but I guess that's as far as it's going. So I don't know. I'd like to have a group of guys with me if I go knocking on his door, you know.
Well, yeah, I don't know that I would go to that extreme. The first thing I would do if I was going to do something would be to send him an email or a letter or something and ask him to knock it off. But it wasn't anything like that. It was just like it seemed like it was getting hung up. It may even just need a reset. It may have just been something glitching out in your node or your radio or something. So it could be as simple as just doing a reset. That's what it kind of seemed like. It didn't seem like anybody was even maliciously doing it. It seemed like maybe your node was just randomly keying up or blipping or something real quick here and there. So it could be just something simple like a reset would do you.
Right. That's why I could have been around. I have I guess it's Allmon or whatever that monitoring screen is. It tells you when the transmitter is keyed. It tells you if it's local or network source. And I could that would indicate where it's coming from. But if I could actually heard what it was doing too, that would have been nice. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. It's just weird. I've connected in for a month or two now, and we've had no issues, and then all of a sudden the one night because I set it to automatically connect in, the one night that I'm not around by the radio, I just kind of let it handle its own thing, and then that's when something goes south. You know what I mean? Never fails.
Like I said, we're not real worried about it for sure. If you want to go back and hear what it was doing, you can go on YouTube and look up WB8CXO. That's Whiskey Bravo 8 Charlie X-Ray Oscar. Mike, he runs a live stream on his YouTube channel from I think it's like a FlexRadio, and he live streams the net, so you can go back and listen and hear what it was doing throughout the net if you wanted to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if my Broadcastify stream would have been up, I would just listen to that. But that's good to know. WB8CXO on YouTube. Okay, I'll have to look into that. Yeah, I'm just talking to you now. Repeater phone on my iPhone. For some reason, I can hear W8WKY repeater on my base radio here. Depending on the day, it's between half and full scale. I've tried checking into like your Sarah Club net. I mean, when I'm getting the things S5, S6, but I can't hold it getting back in. I've never had that issue with other ones, so I don't know what's going on there. But so anyhow, I'm just talking through my phone, I guess. KC8YKP.
All right, yeah, you're kind of on the fringe of the receive of the repeater, so that kind of explains it. So, but yeah, it's always good to hear you, and don't fret. Please keep connecting to the net. We appreciate you, and we want to hear you, and we'd love to hear your friends. But as much as I love to sit here and keep chatting with you, it's getting to be past my bedtime, and the eyelids are getting real heavy. So I'm going to say 73 to you, and this is KDDPC, and I'll be clear on your final.
Okay, yeah. I second that. I got to be to work at 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow again, so it's my bedtime too. So I figured I'd see if I could catch anybody. But yeah, I like what you guys are doing. It's a fun thing, so I'd like to keep being a part of it. I just got to figure out. I can set mine to connect in monitor only, not transceive, but that kind of defeats the purpose. But if that's what it takes for a few weeks or something, then whatever. We'll figure it out, I guess. All right, good talking to you. We'll catch you later. Have a good one. KC8YKP.
W8WKY. W8WKY. Repeater PL114.8.
AB8AV.
W8GXX, Martin.
Morning, Tom. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. How's it going?
So far, real good. I'm just starting out. Nice and dry. Got the one cut yesterday. How about you?
Not too bad. Worked till 4 yesterday and got back and played with the grandkids for a little while, and then was able to get them dropped off at home. So we get a break now.
It's a nice part. They go home. I just wish they could stay little and not get big, but they do, unfortunately.
Yep. I got to see the new one. And dreading where they're going to, when all three of them would be dropped off to us.
It's all right. You'll miss it when they don't do it, unfortunately. That's just the way life is. Everybody's got to move on.
Well, haven't had a chance to look at the phone yet. Dog wanted out 5:30, and that's about all I got done so far.
Set up, I had some time, turned the radio on, just 40 and 80, but didn't hear anyone. Both of them really noisy this morning.
Yeah, I think some of the CW there is dying out.
No, you're right. It's rare that you find some. You find somebody who wants to talk on 30 usually. Used to always be people on 40, but they're disappearing, unfortunately. Everyone must be sleeping in this morning, Tom.
Yeah, I think with the light being a little later, Craig's dogs aren't wanting out as early.
And what a noticeable difference. You know how quickly we go from light at 5:30, 5:45 to dark. And we just keep getting darker.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, I think not having the baseball games is fading out on down there that John's not getting up as early.
W8WKY.
Oh, yeah. He has to get in there early, quite a bit to do.
Or Bill. Greg, a little early too. Yeah, once we hit 6 o'clock, a lot of them are up and about.
And John's probably waiting for his alarm to go off.
Yeah. Get up and talk to the old people.
Like that pajama that they have it in the evening. Jim's on that and a couple other people. You ever listen to that?
Yeah, sometimes. I pretty much... There's somebody new I don't know, but the rest of them I've heard for a long time. There's a gym down by Kent Airport, and doesn't get in there as much. Who he calls first up here in Wadsworth. Yeah. Yeah, there's times, but yeah, there's this guy in Hartman Road, just north of Reimer Road that gets on. Ed. So, yeah, it's pretty much the normal few, but there is a new one that been getting in there.
The only one I know about he talked about in Wadsworth was Willard, but I thought he became a silent key. I may be wrong. And then he talks to Barry that's in Ribbon that I know.
Yeah. Yeah, Barry's number 2 now, or 1. Yeah, Willard doesn't get on there all the time now. He told me, I happened to have the scanner on when they got on a week or so ago, and Willard said that he wouldn't be getting in there very much, but he's still around.
Jim said he bought a radio from him or bought a tuner from it, a power supply, I think it was.
Yeah, he got a couple radios from him years ago. Willard was downsizing. He got a Kenwood 940 for, I forget which we got first. And then a 2000, Kenwood 2000. That takes him all the way up 440.
There was a guy that lived not too far from you. I think it's a brick house. I may have the name wrong, Hagee, but that's where I bought my Omni C. Got that and the power supply.
Yeah, I remember you saying that was your big yard sale find.
To ride the bus with him, and then he had passed on. That was left in the estate. But I did buy a shortwave radio from him. That was years ago. It got me interested. But wow, yeah, it's a small world.
Yeah.
Good morning, guys. Any water morning?
GXX. Yeah, it is. Trying to think anybody else would be around. Well, Tim I didn't hear him yesterday, but I talked to him the day before. You out there, Tim?
John tried to get in. Go ahead, John, and good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I didn't get in there yesterday morning. I kind of slept in, and I almost slept in this morning. I actually just woke up on my own this morning, but we're up here at East Harbor, which is real close to Lakeside, Marblehead.
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying you were doing that yesterday, or the day before you were on. Did you have a nice time?
Well, we drove up here the whole way, and it was just overcast. As soon as we pulled in the campground, it started sprinkling. By the time I got the levelers out, the slide outs out, and plugged into electric, it was freaking pouring down rain. But we had a good night last night. We did all kinds of stuff. But today we're going to go, we were going to go to Kelly's Island, and I changed my mind at the last minute. We're going to go ahead and go over to Put-in Bay. They got a special package deal. You get the round-trip ferry tickets and a golf cart. So we got a golf cart over there waiting for us. So we're going to spend the day over at Put-in Bay. My granddaughter's never been on the island, so this will be a new experience for her, riding the ferry over and getting to see everything.
That's good. They got the monument and different things, so you got a little airport there.
Yeah, they got it's more like an amusement park. Lots of bars, restaurants, and an amusement park. Kelly's Island's laid back. Kelly's Island's a great place when you're older to explore and just hang out. But I started thinking that she would get bored pretty quick, and it was going to cost me just as much money to get over there, and we were going to be stuck with driving the vehicle around. And this way, with a golf cart, she's going to have more fun. But she's all excited about going to the Crystal Cave over there. They got that cave you can go down in about, I don't know, it's about 20 foot or maybe 30 foot, something like that. They got all the crystals. But there's a lot to do actually on Put-in Bay. But the problem is, you know, Papa's got to pay for it all.
Keeps the economy going.
Yeah. I've been to both. And yeah, Kelly's is bigger, but Put-in Bay has more of a marina with all the boats. It's interesting place.
Years since I've been up to it. I went out, I remember looking at the scarf of the glacier. That's all I can remember. And I think that's Kelly's Island.
Yeah, Kelly's Island has the largest glacier grooves in the world. It's in the Guinness Book of World Records there. Plus, you can just Google it. There's small glacier grooves right here at East Harbor State Park too. They're probably, I don't know, maybe 100 foot by 100 foot, something like that area. It's the grooves, but the grooves over there on Kelly's Island are huge.
Sounds good. Haven't checked the weather for the day. For today.
W8WKY.
well, according to my forecast, and I also watched the news last night, they're saying 20%. High of about 82. So if that's the case, that'd be perfect. I think the next 2 days up here are going to be pretty good. We're going to stay here until Friday, and then we're heading over to Maumee Bay over by Toledo, which is a super nice park.
Hey, what rain tonight, if there's any at all, it's late today.
They've had a tremendous amount of rain up here. There's water everywhere. All those storms that were hitting and missing us last week, or actually this week, were coming across the lake and just pounding all the way from Toledo across Ashtabula, through there with rain.
Yeah, I remember talking to Bill, and he was saying, it was at Toledo. And, they cut the brunt of it there, coming across. As it came, I think it wasn't as bad when it got to Cuyahoga County.
I'm glad we got spared. The ground here is soaked enough without adding more.
Good morning to everyone in Ohio.
Is that Anthony?
W2 AJV.
Morning, I think it's Anthony.
You are correct, sir. Anthony, W2 AJV. We are at 71 right now, looking for a high of 86 and a low of 70, but the thing is the humidity. The humidity here in South Jersey is unbelievable. But it's the way it is. And I'm happy to talk with all of you. W2 AJV.
Good morning, Anthony, and I'm signing. AV8AV, time for Body Beautiful.
All right, Joe, you have a good one. Good talking to you. AV8AV, WHXX.
See you later, Joe. Morning, Anthony, Tom. I heard somebody say it was time to get up and talk to the old guys, so here I am.
There you go. Good morning, John.
I am waiting for...
I don't know what the weather is until I turn on the computer.
TMV7A to arrive today. So. And I can't wait for it, because I had one of those.
Same as everybody else,
like an idiot. I sold
a little bit different weather.
And I believe I found one that is in pristine condition. Can't wait till it arrives.
Oh, real good, Anthony. Yep, hope shows up today. John, you doubled. Or both of you.
Yeah, that's the wonders of Allstar. You get both sides of a double.
Sorry about that, John. I was saying, if you're interested, if you're not interested, that's okay too. I am waiting for a Tango Mike Victor 7 Alpha, TMV 7A Kenwood to come today. I had one and I sold it, and I found one in pristine condition, so I'm going to grab it.
I'm a big believer in reacquiring things that shouldn't have left in the first place. Certainly it happens to me, too. Although you've thrown an unfamiliar string of alphanumerics at me there. Because I don't remember that designation. What is it?
It is a dual band mobile, and you could listen to both sides at the same time. You can listen to 2 meters and 440, or you can listen to 2 meters on both sides, or 440 on both sides. And I imagine that it'll let me monitor between bands as well. I happen to think that, and I'm sure I'll get people who will disagree with me, that the Kenwood at one time made the best dual band amateur radio mobiles. I had one guy down south in Florida tell me he has a TMZ 71A, and he tells me that he believes that it's the best dual band mobile that was ever made.
Well, it's possible. As I recall, they were the first to make one. Is that a 4000 or 4100? Forget the model number. But it was dual band, and nobody else was doing it yet. Had one for a while. But it was not sophisticated like dual receive. The radio I'm talking on now can hear two signals, either crossband or both on the same. It is a handy feature. I'm glad you're able to recover that capability.
What radio are you using?
Anytone. All my radios are DMR capable, so I'm locked into the Chinese stuff. Anytone is of the Chinese radios. It's kind of the the best example available to us, but it still isn't the big three Japanese quality.
Oh no, those Anytones are good radios. The 878 is their dual band HT, and their 578 is their dual band mobile, and I wish they were accessible for me because I am visually impaired, and I spoke with the U.S. representatives here in the United States who represent Anytone, and I tried to persuade them to make it so that it would accept new firmware, OpenGD77, and I tried to talk to them about putting speech in their radios. I said because people who are mobile, who are driving, who don't want to take their eyes off the road, can certainly use speech in those radios, but they don't have the foresight to see that, and it's a shame because I like that radio.
Yeah, well, they've sold me. I've gotten a few 878s here, and this is a 578. Of course, now they get the 890 that's a slightly sexier version of the 878. There's one of those here somewhere. Yeah, I wouldn't have ever looked at Anytone if it weren't for the fact that none of the big three Japanese folks will play DMR games, and I needed that. But yeah, I was glad to discover that Anytone is certainly a cut above the typical from that region. Seem to sound good on receive. I don't hear too many complaints on transmit. And a lot of features that I like. And yeah, if they leave out the one feature that's critical to you, that cuts them off. That's the end of that. So I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, and the Chinese do voice. I think Anytone might be trying to differentiate themselves from some of the worst Chinese brands that don't work well or don't sound well, but do have voice cues, which you'd think the better radios would also have it.
Well, the Chemwoods have it. They've had it for years. I mean, years. And ICOM and Yaesu has a partial voice, where they'll just give you the frequency and the tone and stuff like that. But the Chemwoods, they will give you the menus and everything else. They are really good. And now that 878, that's a good radio. It really is. Maybe one day they'll come out with speech or something in them. Who knows? I'll tell you what is good is the Tytera TYT MDUV 380. And you can put open software, open GD77 firmware on most of their radios. They are good radios. And when you put that software in them, it speaks everything from S-meter readings to everything in the world. And the thing is that they're only around $100. You get the radio, you get the drop-in charger. Oh, I mean, it's crazy. It's really crazy. W2 AJV for ID.
W2 AJV, W8TD. Yeah, the 380 changed a lot of things. And before that, there was just a straight 380 that was UHF only, I think. It seems to me I had one of those. And what that one did was it introduced a lot of people to DMR. It was very inexpensive. Single band was even cheaper than the UV. And yet they worked well and people liked them. It got me started on DMR. And they're still around. And yeah, the open GD77. I actually picked up a GD77 a couple of years ago just so I could put the open firmware in and see what it did. Since I didn't have the 380 around anymore. Wasn't aware that it had voice. And apparently very, very well implemented. The only unsighted operator I ever knew well, we're talking 50, 60 years ago, when radios didn't have processors in them. He ran a Drake station, a T4X R4C or T4X R4. I think he even had the L4 amp. I always wondered how he managed to operate that thing with no cues.
Good morning, John. Good morning, Anthony. AA8CT.
Morning, Craig. I was wondering when you're going to show up. I'm listening to.
Morning, Tom.
Hey, one of you guys want to let Jim know that I'm up here at the lake, and I'll probably catch him maybe tomorrow morning, but I'm going to go back to bed for a little bit here. I got a long day ahead of me. It ain't wine.
Okay, we got it.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're up here at East Harbor State Park, and we're going to head over to Kelly's Island, or not Kelly's Island, Put in Bay today for the day. So I'm going to lay back down just for a little bit. I got a long day ahead of me. And hey, why am I? We'll catch all you guys later.
Have fun. Be careful.
Morning, Jim.
Morning, Tom. Morning, John. Yeah, I was sitting here listening, talking way out of my pay grade, but it's fun to listen. WB8 VMW. I got to get busy. You guys go ahead.
Let me see if I have it. And I do have it. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Craig. I think it's Craig or Greg. It's probably Craig with the CT suffix on the end. And good morning, Nancy. Good morning, the lady down in Texas. And good morning to everybody who's listening. That'll cover all bases. W2 AJV. And good morning to my pal Mark, WB6 BJN.
You're good, Anthony. Good. Got in there. You have a great day.
Good morning from Texas, KR5 SSR.
Morning, Jeanette. How you doing this morning?
Feeling pretty good. Just getting my infusion ready so I can get that done. It takes 30 minutes. And then I can get out there and walk a few miles today. Got to go see the C doctor today, but I'm not worried about that because my numbers, even in the hospital, they all look good. So it's just, anyway, he keeps an eye out on me too, which is good. So I'll go see him. He won't have anything to tell me, I doubt, just blood work stuff. But I'd say I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting used to everything. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'm adjusted.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I'll call for Charlene a little bit. You try Radio 5, see if I say sucks.
Yeah, Ray, I'm sorry if you're listening. I couldn't make it to your net yesterday, but please let me know when you're running it again. I need to start getting on there. I just had some other things I had to get done at that time. Cal 5 SSR.
I got you on the list there, Jeanette.
Jeanette, I couldn't think of your name. I'm sorry. W2 AJV. Good morning.
You can call me the Texas Kisser. You can call me anything. Hey, you said Texas. That was good enough. I'll answer to just about anything. And good morning, Jim.
Well, let me see if I have it. Jeanette, you will be in my prayers today, and I'm sure the doctor will give you a very good report, a stellar report today, as I got a very good stellar report the other day. W2 AJV.
W8WKY.
Well, hey, I think you're 100% right, and thank you for that. I'll definitely keep you in my prayers, and everyone who needs a prayer out there, I got you. Thank you for the prayers you've given me. I'm coming along, and we need each other. Cal 5 SSR.
Well, before we get tied up here, John, WATD, you still listening?
Yeah, man.
Alrighty, well, I disassembled and assembled and ripped and torn and drilled and everything on that one box. I got it all set, and I put the 9-to-1 in it and bolted it all up and everything. I said, well, let me just put it on the meter and see if I wound it right and everything is right. So I hooked up my resistors, and from the lower part of 10 to the upper part of 80, it's all below 2-to-1, and some of it is way down. So I wound it right, and now it fits in the box. You know what I ought to do is just put it in a box and send it down to you. You can look at it, or I can take a picture, or if you got a new sample or something, whatever, keep working at it. Just thought I'd give you a report this morning. WB8 VMW, I got to clean up my mess and get in there and get me a hot cup of coffee, so I'll be sitting and listening. WB8 VMW.
Okay, Jim, I'll, see, I haven't actually fabricated any later revs, but they're in there. Maybe I'll shoot one out one of these nights. Maybe I can run out Sunday and take a look at what you got. By then I should have something to show you from the latest revisions. We'll see how the weather and time go.
Roger, roger. Okay, everybody get back, and we'll snap a couple pictures and send them off to you. And maybe I'll number them right this way, but you can always figure them out with my jumbled way of doing things. Alrighty, go ahead, guys. I'm gonna get my hot cup of coffee and get ready to go. WB8 VMW.
Sounds good, Jim. NEWS to HXX, Rambo.
If he's still sleeping, I could have lied this morning.
He's probably listening. He's just not where he could get to the radio quick. K5 CFY WGXX.
I'll try it again. WA8GXX K5 CFY. I am here and listening.
All right, Ray. Real good. Got 65 here. I think going up to low 80s. Didn't warm up that much yesterday, but felt good.
Well, yesterday it started off at 84. We're at 85 today. I think it was 103. I think we're shooting for 104 today. So it's hot. So anyway, actually I kind of overdid it a little bit yesterday afternoon, just cleaning up, and I didn't feel too good. I missed the beacon net. I just didn't feel like sitting up and turning the radio on, so I missed the beacon net last night for the first time in a while. But anyway, feel a lot better this morning. So anyway, I guess all is well. K5 CFY.
The beacon net missed you, Ray. Glad you're feeling better. KD8 SLG.
on, boss.
Morning, Nick. How you doing?
YKE8UKZ.
Morning, Don. How you doing, Nick?
W2AJV.
We got a few more Nicks in here this morning, I think. Tom, WAGXX, KD8SLG. Doing all right this morning, Tom. Doing all right. You guys have fun.
All right, you have a good one. And got Anthony in there. Let's try Charlene, KE8YBZ, WHXX.
KE8YBZ, this is Charlene. Good morning. I was waiting for you to call me, and I'm heading into the office early, so I will not be speaking later, which would really only be like 4 minutes from now. But I'm glad you got me when you got me. So thank you so much. Appreciate listening. Everybody have a great day. Out.
Okay, Charlene, you're on the list.
Have a good one, Charlene. Glad we got you.
Good morning, Charlene. Anthony, W2AJV. Nice to make your acquaintance.
Have a great day. KF5 SSR.
I appreciate you guys a lot.
I'll try one more here. Cliff, you around?
WAGXX and ABFK. Good morning, Tom, and everybody else is out there. Been listening here for a little while. Been sleeping in here the last few days, but this morning I woke up at 4:30 and said, I'm not going to sleep in it today. But listening to the radio stuff earlier, my very first radio when I got my ticket in '92 was a Kenwood TM4000 I got used from one of my coworkers that got me into the hobby. That was a nice radio until it got wet and it popped and it let the smoke out and it wouldn't do anything after that. So eventually it went to e-scrap, but that was a nice radio. And AVFK, good morning, everyone.
All right, Cliff. Good hearing you. Yeah, I wonder what happened. That sleeping in's okay, especially at our age. All righty. One more. WHXX. Randy, you around? All right, he's got a lot going on. Things are better. All right, Jim. You getting ready?
W8WKY.
WB8VMW here to educate, agitate, and whatever, a lot of tates there. Alrighty, well, we already heard Charlene, but if she wants to say good morning again, we'll get on with the list. KE8, YBZ, WB8, BMW. Morning, Charlene. All right, she's all taken care of. She's on the list. So now we'll go up to that other cute voice, KI5 SSR, WB8 BMW. Good morning again, Jeanette. And I hear you're doing good. You're walking and everything. And is Mike happy? And is your nurses taking care of you and all that good stuff? We're listening.
Why, hey, Jim, I just hooked myself up to my infusion, and now I can just go run around for 30 minutes or go lay down. That's what I normally do. And, yeah, they've taken good care of me. I'm really doing good. I see one of my doctors today, and I'm not worried. That's just to follow up on the cancer doctor. So I haven't seen any signs that my blood is in any way indicating that. So I'm sure I'll be clear on that. But you still have to go. And besides that, yeah, I'm going to try to walk. After I do the infusion, I'm going to try to walk for a few miles, like 3 maybe, or 2, or whatever my body wants to let me do. And then get back here, because we are triple digits, so I don't do anything but hang out in the house all day from the heat, so I can't be out there. And I just wanted to get on here. I'll be doing my happy hour tomorrow evening, so I'm going to start getting back to net control on 11 Cats. So 11cats.org, you can check it out. Ray, sorry I missed you last night. Yesterday I got tied up, so I apologize. But I'll be coming back around. KI5SSR, thank you for taking my check-in, Jim. I hope you and Judy are doing good, and have a blessed day.
All righty, Jeanette. Well, our thoughts and prayers are with you, and until you're at 100%, and then we can pass them on to somebody else. Because they done you some good, so we just give them to somebody else. Alrighty, time for the courtesy call here. That's KI5OZZ WB8 VMW. Good morning, Nancy, wherever you are. Alrighty, well, that's out on the airwaves to let her know we're still thinking of her. Now we'll go over into the old gruffy, old curmudgeon's line here, where all the guys are they don't have the nice sweet voices. K8PMI WB8 VMW number 1 Grandpa Phil. Good morning.
VMW, this is K8PMI. Propagation doesn't seem to be doing today. Static on my radio, so I don't know how I'm coming across. But I got real cloudy skies, 66 degrees, heading on Route 8 south. I think I'm in Hudson. But other than that, looking forward to another nice day. I think I'm done with rain. I'm ready for that sun to come out. So I'll send it back to you, Jim. Everybody have a great day. 73, K8PMI.
Alrighty, Phil. Yeah, it was 100%. A little staticky once in a while, but no problem whatsoever. Alrighty, well, you take care. Drive careful. Have a great day, because it's starting out pretty nice and cool. All right, now it's time to go to Boring, Tennessee. N9TN WB8 VMW. I missed you yesterday there, JJ. Are you in the radio room this morning? Well, maybe not. Hopefully it's just that he's sleeping late or something, and hope nothing is bad wrong. Alrighty, now we'll go to Elyria, where it's always happy times in Elyria. AC8AT WB8 BMW. Top of the morning, John.
In the big top of the morning, right back to you, Jim. WB8 BMW, AC8AT. Well, Elyria is 65 degrees this morning, 99% humidity, wind south at 4. High today is going to be 81, and it's going to be a mostly cloudy day. Jim, I got 24 steps to report, and a little bit of a setback Nettie's dad is back in the hospital. Man, he just lasted one day, and they had to put him back in. Good heavens. Anyway, we're going to be busy with that, trying to get him situated. Anyway, Jim, I'm going to be out for the net and getting back under the covers. WB8 BMW, top of the morning DeWall, AC8AT.
Alrighty, John. Well, I'm sorry to hear about the return to the horse pistol there. Yeah, well, in a way, that's good news, but then again, it's bad news. That's bittersweet. You know, if something ain't quite right, it gets right back so that they can get it right. But, yeah. Well, you know, we haven't taken the thoughts and prayers off from him yet. So he's still got them. Hopefully, whoever is working on him is guided by the hands that knows where everything's at. Alrighty, Chris. KE8 MMY WB8 BMW. Good morning, Chris. Now, wait a minute. We can't have too many of them dropping out here. Chris, if your battery went dead or something, give us a shout a little bit later on, and we'll jump back. Alrighty. Well, now that school's starting, maybe I'll give Thomas a call in the morning just to let him know we're still thinking of him. KE8 OWX. Good morning, Thomas. If you're out there, say good morning. If not, you're sleeping in or whatever, just keep your eyes on the road. WB8 BMW. Alrighty. Well, he's not on the radio. But old Tom is WAAGXX WB8 BMW. Good morning, Tom. Sound like you was a little active this morning. That was pretty good.
Good morning, Jim. Yeah. Yeah, we kept the airways busy there. You have a great day on the porch and enjoy it. WB BMW WHXX.
Alrighty, yeah, we'll probably spend some time out there. And wait for Judy to get up. Maybe she's got a honey-do list, and we can work on that. Alrighty, now we'll go down and see if Middlemark, see how he's doing. K4OG WB8 BMW. How about it, Middlemark? Are you up and at 'em this morning?
W8WKY.
BMW K4OG. Good morning, Jim. Yes, sir, Jim. I'm up and at 'em. I got up a little early. Didn't make lunch. Gonna have to fend for myself today. Looks like you got an early start. I got an early start. Just backed up into the parking lot and got the sun visor in. And we're gonna get to it, Jim. We're gonna clock in and get to work. We're probably gonna work before I clock in. Took off those 2 days, and work just doesn't stop for you, Jim. It just keeps on coming. That's a good thing. Keeps your Social Security check rolling in. Anyway, I guess I rattled enough. Oh, and I got on the Beacon Net last night, and KD8 SLG's right, just Nick. The Beacon Net missed Ray. Sure did. K4OG, back to you, Jim.
Alrighty, Mark. Well, that's way too late for me because when that Beacon Net comes on, I'm sawing logs, man. I got a chainsaw going. Alrighty, Mark. Well, don't get too excited about going in and don't hit the time clock too hard. Just take care of business and don't work smart, not hard. All righty, now we'll see if Mark played any chess, if he won or lost, and if he got any cookie crumbs in his bed. He spilled his iced tea. Pretty soon it's going to be coffee time, winter and fall, you know. KE8 SFS WB8 BMW.
No, I didn't spill any coffee or tea or that. And no, I did not eat any cookie or ice cream sandwich, none of that. And I didn't play chess yesterday. I hope that guy comes today to whip on my car so I can get back on road and playing chess again. You know, all they need is new brakes, you know, new pads on there. But we'll see. Out of that, doing okay. Worked on the word search puzzle right now, and later on I'll be studying my ham radio books, and with that, Jim, I hope you and Judy had a good day. Kia at 8 sir.
All righty, Mark. Yeah, okay, well, I'm going to have to give up on the cookie crumbs and everything because you're not spilling nothing or anything, so. And you didn't play chess. You're going to have to get started. You know, you playing chess or something because you lay around too long and you take root there in the bed. So you got to get up. Well, you're going to have to walk someplace if your car's broke again. All righty, Mark. Yeah, you take care. KC8FQV WB8 BMW. Good morning, Mark. Are you out and under the covers? Nope, he's not out and under the covers yet. Oh, well. Okay, we'll go down to Elmer and see if he's getting ready to take the boy to work this morning. KE8HNK WB8 BMW. Hello, Elmer. How's the chickens in Roundhouse and all the stuff in your neighborhood? Everything going okay? Boy, they're dropping like flies. Well, hopefully they're just oversleeping or something. But I heard Craig this morning, so maybe he's awake. Hey, A8CT WB8 BMW.
WB8 BMW. Good morning, Jim. We got a little bit of a haze down here in southern Wayne County. 65 degrees, 97% humidity. It's going to be another beautiful day. I will say that, you know, all this rain has been like liquid fertilizer to all the wild and crazy grass growing in the yard and other places. So as soon as it dries out, I guess it's back on the mower. You're doing really good this morning, so let's keep it up. With that, to all of the pre-netters out there that are listening, I hope your day is thoroughly terrific because it is Thoroughly Terrific Thursday. And with that, this is AA8CT turning it back to WB8 BMW. Be well, my friends, 73s, and we'll do this again tomorrow. Take care. Great to hear your voice, as always.
All righty, Greg. Yeah, well, it's good to hear you in the morning. And, got a few of them that are sleeping in or across the room or something, but that's okay. All righty, now we'll go down to Randy. I heard Tom call for Randy. He didn't answer, so maybe he was Darla give them their treat, and then he had to take them out and get rid of the treat, so we'll see if he's back in at the radio. KDA, CFH, WB8, BMW. How about it, Randy? How's Kathy?
KD8,
GSH. Good morning, Jim. Slept in a little bit this morning. I just barely got back to the chair and just took my pills. Kathy is making progress. We unfortunately when we ask questions up there at the hospital, one person tells us one thing, and then we ask somebody else, and they tell us something entirely different. So we're not 100% sure whenever we ask anybody what we're finding out. So, but we did get a notice that they may have found a nursing facility to move her to, but she has to get a little bit better before she can get there. So there's a little bit of positive news there. But she still is in need of prayers, and hopefully we can get everything resolved and everything in her favor, and she can come home. Appreciate all the prayers and the well wishes. Hope you and your wife have a good day today. I haven't even seen the forecast or just barely looked outside to bring the dogs back in, so I really don't know what's going on. So you guys have a good one. Back to you, Jim.
All righty, Randy. Well, hopefully she can get better enough to get home. If not, if she can go to a nursing facility that'll, so that she give you a rest and get her back on track. Because like they did my father, they took him out of the hospital. Well, he didn't have anybody with him, after Mom passed. And he took his pills. He's like I am, takes these pills at crazy times. But he was taking his all at once. Like Mondays and Tuesdays, he'd take Monday, Tuesday morning and night, in the morning all together, just like a breakfast. He ended up going a little bit bonkers, and they took him up to the psych ward at St. Thomas, and then they put him in a nursing home and got all these pills straightened out, and he's pretty good there. Then they, one morning, he just, one evening, he took a nap and he didn't wake up, but it was all really nice, cool, calm, and collected. And they got him back on track, and then his last few months, he done okay. And hopefully, Kathy will find some place to make her better. All righty, Randy, you take care. All righty, now we'll go across in the other list here. See what Tom's doing.
W8WKY.
KA8 MNT WB8 VMW. I missed you yesterday, Tom. I just figured you were still on the bus with the crew getting back or something. But anyway, are you there this morning?
WB8 VMW, this is KA8 MNT. Good morning, Jim, and everybody else that's on the net. No, I was sitting here yesterday morning and wasn't paying any attention. That's the thing. I had my mind and everything on another project, and it didn't hear you holler for me. So I apologize for that. Anyhow, everything's going okay. We've got everybody's getting ready for the weekend, and they're going to take them to an indoor batting cage today, get some batting practice in, and see what else happens there. But right now it doesn't look like it's going to be too conducive to be outside. So with that, we're going to turn everything back over to you, Jim. This is KA8MNT, back to WB8VMW.
All righty, Tom. Yeah, take him to a batting cage and then take them out for a burger or something like that, or afterwards, and send us the bill. No problem. And when this weekend is over, we'll tally up and see if we're going 50-50 for the season. Because at the end of the season, we'll have a little shindig for everybody. So you let us know what you think we could come up with at the end of the season if they got a winning, or at least 50-50. If they got a 50-50, come up with something and we'll make a shindig. I don't know if line dancing would work, but something. Yeah, come up with something there, Tom, and we'll see what we can do about it. Alrighty, well, now let's go up to Jacksonville, Florida, where all the nice warm people are, with the bad news, but the beautiful and gracious messengers. Let me see, I got the pretty one yesterday, and I don't know if the short straw is flying today or not. We're going to try the short straw. W8JAX, WB8 VMW.
Hey, good morning there, Jim. You pulled the short straw. You got me. W8JAX, we are a portable pedestrian. Miss Wendy is way behind me there. K9LUCY is just poking along here on the beginning of our walk under mostly clear skies down here in Jacksonville. We're starting the day off at 72 degrees, and no flying today. So maybe sometime early next week I hope to get out to the flying field again, but not today. Anyway, statistics for you there, Jim. You are going to lose 2 minutes and 21 seconds today of daylight. That's the Akron, Ohio statistics. And that brings the total daylight loss since the beginning of summer to 1 hour and 15 minutes. 40 minutes of that time is later sunrises in the morning, and 35 minutes of that time is earlier sunsets. So that's the statistics. Oh, one last statistic, though, and to cheer you up a little bit there, you are still getting 40 more minutes of daylight than I am here in Jacksonville. So enjoy those 40 more minutes than I get down here. Hi. Back to you, Jim. Thanks for giving us a call. W8JAX, portable pedestrian.
All righty, Rod. Well, we always, we don't particularly like the news, but we always appreciate the messenger. And you tell Wendy and K9LUCY, Wendy or Missy, if she stops by, and of course the kids, stay safe and stay well. And we'll get a hold of you yesterday, good Lord willing. And of course we get the bad message, but we always love the messenger. Alrighty, now we'll go down and see what the weather is in Clarksville. WB6, BJ